Hello, everyone. It is so nice to see you on this wonderful Sunday. I am Cole, aka Ice Cold Brew. I am not your GM today, I am your facilitator, and I am joined by all these wonderful people below me and to the right of me. Let's go and get everyone introduced. Let's start with John.
Hello, I'm John, and I am here to play this game, and I'm very excited to do it.
Parker.
Hi, I'm Parker. My pronouns are she, her, and they, them. I'm also very excited to be here, and I'm very glad that John went first because I wasn't going to be sure what to say otherwise. It's weird not being here as Asher right now, so it's messing with me.
And of course, we are joined by our wonderful producer, co-founder of Huntsman's Hydra, the amazing Brandon, aka Ashenworks.
I could have said all of that. How dare you?
Yeah, you could have.
Instead, I will thank our lovely Alana Knight 13, aka Rue, who is taking care of themselves today. Was feeling a bit under the weather, so is not able to join us. But hey, that means you get me here instead of behind OBS like normal. So, with all that, Cole, what the fuck are we doing?
Today I am going to be facilitating one of my personal favorite games. We are stepping away from Dustfall and we are actually going out into the Deathlands. We are playing The Quiet Year, which is a map building game from Buried Without Ceremony, aka Avery Alder. You can find this game over at buriedwithoutceremony.com. It is a fantastic map building game and it's just fun. It's my go-to. And to basically introduce the game, we are going to be playing with the idea that we are still in the Akarosi Empire, but we are living in communities outside of known cities. We are existing outside of known governmental boundaries in a sense, because in the Deathlands it's a place of ghosts and spirits. We don't know everyone there, and I'll be talking through and teaching people how we play as we go along. And to get us rolling into this, I have a nice little intro that I'm going to read out. Let me take a sip of my drink real quick.
No, not allowed.
Okay, that's fair.
Hydrate.
Oh, I should also say before I continue on, this is also a charity live stream. We are making donations to Heart Inclusive, which you can find out more information. I believe we have a command for that at donate. Heart Inclusive is a visual arts, music, and performing arts community engagement for adults with disabilities who want to grow and develop as artists. They have a studio in South Carolina where artists of all abilities work together to create something that enriches and transforms the community. So throughout the show, please feel free to donate. There are incentives to mess with us. You can make our community that will probably already be in enough trouble as is worse. I'm very excited to see what we have as incentives because I don't remember what they all are.
Here, I got you. And I'm going to write up a command while we're talking about the beginning. For $5, you can give a player an accent. You specify the player, and you can specify the accent if you want. Otherwise, I'll find a random table to pull from. $10, the train arrives, and we add a random event. I'll let Cole decide how we facilitate that. $15 is the one that I'm not really sure what this means. A spirit appears and demands a discussion.
Just a spirit appears.
That's cool. For $20, you can decide whether a project fails or succeeds. $25, you tick a clock because, we still love Blades in the Dark here, so we have progress clocks. And you can tick a secret project that I hope Cole came up with, because I don't know if we ever talked about that.
I have a few ideas. It's great.
Pick one at random. For $30, you can cause all of us to enter sing mode, where and it will be for 10 minutes. The accents are for 5, by the way. 5 minutes on accents, 10 minutes on sing mode. Basically, anything we say has to be in tune. And then finally, for $100, the secret project clock is revealed. So if you want to make Cole think on their toes real fast, donate $100 and help us meet our goal.
What makes this even funnier is if we keep this in the fight in the dark world, Jamie eventually has to deal with the consequences of what happens here.
True.
Oh, it's immediately getting added to my home game. I want you to know.
Oh, beautiful.
Good.
Beautiful. Oh,
So-
God. Yeah. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and start our quiet year. For a long time, as the Unity War spread over the Shattered Isles, we had fled into the Deathlands. We fought against the Jackals and overcame the spirits haunting the lands. Now, finally, we've driven them off and carved out a place for us. Now, all there is this year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the Frost Shepherds will arrive, and we might not survive the encounter. This is when our quiet year will end, but we do not know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there's an opportunity to build something. Yeah. So we're going to go straight over into the rules. And again, just to kind of explain, this is the Quiet Year. It is a map drawing game where we will collectively explore the struggles of a community trying to rebuild after the collapse of civilization. It's a game about community, difficult choices, landscapes, and when we play, we will be making decisions about the community, decisions that get recorded on a map, and it is constantly evolving. Parts of the map will be literal, parts of the map will be symbolic. Players will work together to create and steer their community, but they also play devil's advocate and introduce problems and tensions into the game. Also, audience, congratulations, you get to also be devil's advocate and give us more problems. So we will be playing on Roll20. I am opting for a fleeting year. I think with the turmoil around Dustfall and the entire world itself around the Shattered Isles, I don't think we have a lot of time, so I've cut out a few cards just to help speed up the process a little bit and ensure that some cards stayed in place just to end the game. Now we have basically our board. We're going to write what our projects are on there. We're going to write memorable characters, which I should have mentioned to y'all before we started. Go ahead and make sure you have a name generator on hand just in case. And yeah, I want to make sure I can have my map pointing on here. Cool. So to explain the tools that we are using, we have a blank page before you. You can all see that we will be establishing some of the landscape as we play, and we'll update the map to reflect the new discoveries, conflicts, and opportunities. Part of the maps, again, will be literal, some of them will be symbolic, and we'll try to avoid writing words on it though common symbols are fine. Throughout the game, we'll all be responsible for drawing on the map, and it's fine to draw poorly or crudely. I am not an artist. I do not plan on drawing well.
By far the most anxious I am about this whole situation.
I just draw ghosts. That's all I know how to draw. So if there's a lot of ghosts on here, that's my fault.
We will also be utilizing project dice instead of using regular project dice. We're just going to be tallying up to a 6-week project being the most, 1-week project being the least. When our community starts a project, we'll place that on the map to know how many weeks it will take to finish. Each week they tick down by 1, and when a dice reaches 0, the project is complete. We don't have contempt tokens. I'm not going to worry about that, but anytime there is tension or frustration on the map, you don't like a decision someone made, you don't like an event that's happening, say you take a contempt token and keep track of them for yourself, because that shows the tension and frustrations in the community. And you can also spend those to do a selfish project if you want to do something out of spite. This is a very spiteful game, in my opinion.
Incredible.
It's great. It's so good. Oh, and yeah, our summary cards are actually going to be y'all, the stream. We're going to basically talk about the entire summary, and we're going to be recapping things as we go. So yeah. So to explain the deck itself, and I'm going to pull out some cards. Shuffle real quick because y'all are doing that. So we have. Oh, thank you for pulling out exactly the cards I need. Yes. Now give me a diamond. Dang it. Let me get a diamond real quick. Can you please give me a diamond? I should have pulled these out way sooner. I'm so
Shuffled
sorry.
this deck.
It's almost like this was put together because y'all weren't gonna have a game and
Yeah.
wanted to have fun, so it's fine.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So to explain the cards themselves, explain the deck, each deck represents a season. Each suit represents a season, I should say. So we have the season of summer. We have the season of, that's spring. This is summer. This is autumn. And then we have the season of fall, which is spade. We will also be drawing the King of Spade. The King of Spade represents that the Frost Shepherds have arrived, and when that happens, the game will end. There will be no more projects to be completed. Nothing else will happen on the board, and we talk about what it means when the Frost Shepherds arrive. I have a few ideas, but that can change over the course of the game. As players, we have two roles in this game. The first is to represent the community at a bird's eye level and to care about its fate. We legitimately care about this community and everything that happens around it, but also communities are messy. That means that our second role is to dispassionately introduce dilemmas as scientists conducting an experiment. The Quieter asks us to move in and out of these two roles. We don't really embody specific characters nor act out scenes. Instead, we represent the current thoughts within the community. We might be representing a single person or a great many. We allow ourselves to care about the fate of these people, and the Quiet Year becomes a richer experience and serves as a lens of understanding communities and conflict. We'll also be presented with opportunities to introduce new issues for the community to deal with, and this will happen often when we draw cards or use the Discover Something New action and it allows us to dispassionately introduce dilemmas. And then returning to our other role as representatives of the community, we create tension and make the community successes feel real. If there's an issue you struggle with real life, introduce situations, then call it into question. Okay, now we can actually start drawing on the map. So before the game begins, we must establish a few facts about the community and what its surroundings are like. So to begin, we're going to go around and we're going to begin a brief discussion of the general terrain and habitat of the area. This would be as simple as someone saying it can be a community in a rocky desert and everyone else nodding in agreement. And at this point, we should all introduce one detail about the local terrain and then sketch that in when we all agree with it. So let me go ahead and pull these cards out. Cards. I said cars. Cool. And let's shuffle that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the big detail of we are in the Deathlands. And with that, but we also know that in the Shattered Isles, there is a series of trains constantly running through. I think there is a railroad going right through our community. That sound right with everyone?
I agree with that.
Absolutely. That's just good. That's just good for commerce. That's good for trade.
True.
It's good for bringing people in. I love it.
Good for the tourism industry.
Good for tourism. Absolutely.
Please ignore how crooked my lines are. This is a very shitty train. Let's see. We're gonna just do that. Then we're just gonna.
Do I have to fucking, for the first time, figure out how to use these tools that Roll20 gives?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
Fine.
Something I've
Okay.
as many times, as many hours as I've spent on Roll20, I've never bothered to learn this.
So quick aside. We like Roll20 here. That being said, Dan, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. There are days that Roll20 is built on suffering.
Roll20 does its best.
Like,
It's facilitated a lot of good times for me.
it has facilitated a ton of good times.
Oh yeah.
Every Microscope game I've played on Roll20 has been plagued by suffering, just because the cards will not do what we want them to do.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
I have an entire game where our recaps are completely drawn out on Roll20.
Ooh.
Not well, mind you. And
No,
it's
that's the
always
best part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great because it's always the weird out of context piece that does not matter for the overall plot.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you can kind of get an idea of maybe something that's happened
Yeah,
at some point.
that sounds good.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great.
All right. Let's keep it going. So John, what
Yeah.
would you
You
have- if you need a minute, we can move on. If someone else has an
No.
idea.
No. I think that something that's good for a few things and bad for a few other things, depending on the climate. I want this to be basically a swamp town. Not like I want it to be like on the inside of a gulf, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there's
Yes.
there you have a gulf, but then there's like a wider river like watershed, and we're sort of on the inner side of that. So that was my idea
So,
that I
okay.
wanted to implement.
So we're in Louisiana in the summer, but there is no sun.
I was gonna say
Yes.
Houston, but yeah, that works.
It's same part of the Gulf, so it's fine.
If anyone here
Uh,
loves Houston, I'm sorry. I don't.
no, armpit of Texas. Um,
what's the scale that you're working on right now? Cole?
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
just
right
making
now,
sure it's
Okay.
I zoomed all the way out, and this is a big train track.
This is a huge. What size is this train? Like,
Huge.
I'm starting to wonder.
Huge.
I like it big, okay? There you go. Is that better?
Okay. So also, so we need like, I guess a river or something to represent that there's water here.
Yes. I feel like I can just kind of do it.
Yeah,
and do
go
one
for
of-
it.
Like, oh shoot.
Baton Rouge is also a good answer, Pulsar.
Okay, here we go.
I have an eraser tool.
This is great.
I'm just gonna do one of these.
No, it deletes the whole line.
There we go.
Beautiful.
It's just on the outskirts. You know what I mean?
There's just a random ore in the water.
and there's an ore. That's
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm here to just fuck everything up. So.
Oh, don't worry. Depending on where you go, don't worry, I was gonna do that
Uh,
anyways.
So we're in a swamp in the Deathlands,
Yeah.
which means I'm going with there are some dead electrified trees.
Perfect. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So let's get a crispy color.
Deliciously
I'm
crisp.
sorry. Ow, what color is
Crispy.
crispy? I'm curious.
It's like an burnt orange.
Ooh, yeah, that is crispy. That is very crispy.
Draw.
I'm just now catching up on chat.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's fine. It's fine. I
So-
love that.
And then we'll get
Those are
some
beautiful.
sparky sparks off of them.
Hopefully, when the technology allows, we will have the forethought to upgrade to high-speed rail,
Are you talking about this? Is
and
fine.
not just leave our rail systems antiquated.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
Okay.
I didn't
my
know we
con-
had a low-end executor on our map.
I know, right? Oh my god. So my entire thought process to add into this, which I guess my brain very much stuck in the criminal mindset, I guess is gonna
Yes.
be.
Yes, love this.
This is a swamp. This is the Deathlands. I envision that there is this big, giant pit that is just toxic sludge, and effectively is where bodies get dumped.
Love this.
Oh, I love that.
Love this.
So, I just, out of sight, out of mind. That's how
Yeah.
this works.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I love a community that doesn't have a need for a cemetery.
Why would we?
Come on.
this
This
is
is way cleaner.
there's a game that Mariah plays that this feels very similar to, because she ends up making a room just for bodies, and then you burn all of them. And I can't remember the name of this game.
Love
Yeah, you
that,
need a
though.
body room. That's just
Yeah.
basic interior decorating.
You always
It's-
need a
it-
kill room, okay? Come on.
RimWorld, that's the name of it.
Okay.
RimWorld. RimWorld on
All right.
Steam. It is basically going to be our quiet year.
God. All right. So yeah, we each of us have introduced a detail. We contribute sketched our contribution. We have enough blank space, minus my train, but you can cut through my train. You can fuck up the railing. I don't care. And we should assume that we have about 60 to 80 members in the community. Now, the next part is we get to declare resources for the community, which may be something that's in abundance or in scarcity. Choosing a resource makes it important if it wasn't already. So it could be anything from like clean drinking water, a source of energy, ghosts, protection from predators, spirits, both liquor and or actual spirits. Up to you.
Yes.
You decide. Right? Yeah. But
You
yeah,
can
we
just
get.
say liquor.
You can just say, yeah, no, some.
I was gonna.
Moonshine.
I was my long-term plan was to build a brewing industry from the ground up. I was gonna throw in like we need grain, we need lots of grain, an abundance of grain, for a lot of reasons, you know. Like there's a
Fair,
bunch
fair.
of
Yeah,
stuff we need grain
but
for.
booze. But booze.
Well, like what I imagine in this area is like, you know, this place has probably got some like fucked up architecture. There's definitely somewhere in a secret cellar that's just all booze. It's never seen the light of day. It's just all booze.
It'll see the light.
Uh,
Sounds like my dad's house. Anyway.
Yeah. oh no. Okay, so yeah, let's start declaring some resources that could be in the area. I'll start. Lightning.
Oh, resource
They-
Cole?
I guess electricity should be the actual one.
That's a little better.
A little better.
We are tree powered over here, apparently, though.
That's true. I mean, how did the trees get electrified? They're constantly getting hit.
We managed to
Resource
harness
box up
that.
here.
It's fine.
I'll go for clean water. That's what I'm gonna say.
There's a scarcity of animals.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Only,
decide
you know, between lightning tree. Oh, we're naming things we do have.
Or just things that could be in the area. We don't know if
Oh.
we have them in abundance or scarcity.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, animals.
All right, so resources we have are animals, electricity, clean drinking water.
Guessing, I mean, sorry, my brain is stuck on the brewery idea and I'm loving it. So, like, part of my brain is like, there's at least some plot of land. We don't know how large it is that actually can be used for growing something. It isn't just like a swampy pool of nothingness. That'll
Fertile
eat everything
soil.
up.
Fertile
Would
soil.
be-
I was putting.
That's exactly
There
it.
you go.
Yeah. I was gonna put like irrigational land. I ended up putting irritable land.
Irritable land.
Could be irritable
The
land.
land.
Okay?
The
rest
land's
of it is.
haunted.
The land
And
is
time to
always-
draw ghosts everywhere. Got it.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for with the Swamp Town situation.
Perfect.
Was the irritable land.
God. Okay. So yeah, those are our resources. I'm gonna make this box a bit bigger. So
Quick side tangent while I'm thinking about it. Since we are playing an offshoot of our Blades in the Dark game, if y'all didn't see D&D Jordan Lee's charity weekend last weekend, I co-GM'd Blades in the Dark with Duval, and Asher made an appearance with Helene, and it was
Oh,
amazing.
Okay.
Go check it
so
out.
Good.
love that.
Incredible.
Go watch the VOD.
Yeah. Okay. So now, the fun part is, hey, which one of these is our one abundant resource? What do we have a ton of? Everything else is now scarcity.
Oh.
So one of these resources we're gonna have abundance of. The rest of them are
I-
scarce.
I think it's the fertile soil.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the fertile soil because we're in a because that's the thing about swamp towns. Like, yes, the land itself's unstable, so you have to build a lot of things to keep it in place. But it's full of nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
Where do all
Yeah.
the nutrients go when we throw bodies into the toxic sludge?
That's
Exactly.
true.
True.
So I think it's
I like
abundant
that.
yeah, I think it's abundant fertile soil.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
also
good
want
with
the
that.
brewery.
I know. I think we're all really in on the brewery at this point.
And look, you can treat the water. That's fine.
That's fine. That's
And
a
you can
different
get
building.
yeast anywhere. It grows all over the place. Don't worry about
You
that.
think people drink straight from the canal in Dustfall? No.
I hope not.
Wouldn't suggest
I really hope not. Oh,
There's a
God.
lot of
it.
gunpowder in
Again,
it.
considering all the dead bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's gonna taste like blood. I don't even know.
There
Oh.
also might be a ton of gunpowder in it around the Dustfall area or the night market area specifically.
All right.
Wonder what may have caused that.
No idea.
Oh. Who knows?
Who
Oh,
knows?
jeez. Who knows? Okay. Now we have decided our abundance. The other resources are listed as scarcities, and the players who call them draw their absence or scarcity on the map. Oh yeah, we need to draw our abundance or scarcity on the map. And we can do it in a very abstract way, or we can do it in a very literal way. I don't know how that one would be literal, but we can figure that out. I'm gonna go ahead and just go with the simple. Just nice, easy, simple. Lightning bolt, and put a giant fuck off X in it. That looks more like an algebra symbol, and that scares me. That just sends me into a flight
That-
of fear.
That's the summation symbol.
Yep, that's why I'm afraid
This
now.
makes me think it's a Flash logo. I'm sorry.
That red circle with the yellow also does
The
that.
red's not helping.
There's a dead animal in the sludge now.
I know.
Oh,
this
God.
is being added to there, and I laughed.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh, how do you? Okay, I'm gonna draw some grass. That'll be the fertile soil. I need not my toxic colors though. I was operating
nice.
purple and lime green. It works beautifully, but less so for
I
this.
think what folks have been doing is setting their color to transparent.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because there used to be an eraser tool, but I think they changed it out for just using the transparent brush.
Sounds about right. Yeah. As y'all are drawing on the map, good luck. We.
Oh
let's see.
yeah, and I'll do another animal while we got
Mhm.
time.
Getting electrocuted this time.
Yeah.
No, this one's just upside down.
Oh, okay, perfect.
All right. Let's make sure I got these right. Once we draw the resource on the map, we will go ahead and we'll start with the first turn of the game. And this way I can kind of give you all examples. And I'll start that off, and then we'll go. I don't know. I guess we'll go me to John to. Whatever the Twitch order is. Hold on. Me to John to Parker to Brandon. There we go.
Yes.
All right.
What I've decided
were-
to do was get rid of some of the waves that I drew originally to insinuate that
It's
they're-
still water.
It's still lure, right?
Yeah.
You're still
Um,
probably gonna have to treat it some way as opposed to it just being safe from the get go.
Mhm.
That's so valid.
Yeah.
Reminder, folks, as we get more and more into the game, you can fuck with us.
Yeah. All this fertile land we have. Fuck
No,
it. Our
irritable
dreams are-
land. Irritable,
Irritable.
make it irritable.
Make this land irritable.
Make this land angry. Let's give it a big old frowny face. All right, so I'll go ahead. I just realized what I did not do yet. What I'm going to do is download a asset because I just realized I did not draw set up the cards the way I meant to.
Mm.
This is what happens when you don't plan ahead.
Again, this was very much like we had 2 weeks to plan this, and half of that I wasn't even around, so it's fine.
Okay.
Who needs planning when you have irritable land and ghosts? It's okay.
And ghosts, yeah,
And
all the
ghosts.
ghosts.
So what I need to
Okay.
do is put the hearts up first and make sure they all stay up first.
Mm.
So
We're gonna
what
have
I
a
need,
panel at PAX about this specific map.
yep.
This map or ghosts? Because I feel like that also could align.
Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick is no, that was a fun thing for this tool. There we go. All right, so I went ahead and I drew the 8 of hearts. Please ignore the other cards flashing in the window.
They're
But
not?
so, yeah. So we have
Okay.
the 8 of hearts, and so what we do is we go to spring, 8 of spring. Each card is going to give you a this or that option. And so for 8 of hearts, I have an old piece of machinery is discovered, broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it?
Ooh, ooh.
Well,
And since I drew the card, I would decide what option comes out from that.
Okay.
See, I don't like the latter option because then we have to destroy it, and that doesn't give it more opportunity to be cursed.
right.
Yeah.
So I think there's like a old piece of like farming machinery, like an actual like Sparkcraft material, but it
Mhm.
is for these people it is extremely old. It is a like oh god, it's like a grain harvester,
Mm-hmm.
but the teeth are all like gnawed and broken and it looks like it's trying to eat everything instead. And the wheels are just like these little tiny cabinet wheels that look like they were just like patched on barely.
Good.
So
Love
every now and
this.
then you have to like take the harvester and you have to like push it, pull it back, push it again to get it rolling.
Yeah.
And if you don't see all the little levers are pulled up, then it will just stop moving on one side. Yeah. That is the piece of machinery, and that's what it would be useful for.
Love
Now,
that.
if we had project dice on the table, those would be ticking down after I declared this, and I'd be drawing my harvester, which we're gonna say that is broken and shattered. You know,
Yeah, you have fun drawing the thing you just described.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
right.
say,
we're
you
gonna-
made that choice.
I did, and I am okay with this. I'm just gonna- little thingy like that, like so, and pop, pop. You know, it's got a little happy little window there. That's my favorite part, describing the drawing as I do it.
Happy little window.
To
I
go along with the happy little electric trees.
can't
Fine.
wait to post this on our Patreon with no context.
Yes.
And then we get to also take an action after we do the turn. So the action here would be, let's see. You can pick any of these 4 actions. We have discover something new, where you introduce a new thing on the map. Or we can hold a discussion where we get the community together to talk about a problem, and I can either start it off with a question, or I can start and end my turn with a statement. And then the last action is start a project where I can declare there's a project on the field that I want to work on. I want to discover something new. You know, we have this very nice death pit. We have this very nice ocean. We have these shock to hell trees. I want to say we discover there is a. That's not my select tool. Roll 20, please. I want to say there is a nice little tomb. Just, you know,
A nice little tomb.
just a
little
nice little
tomb.
tomb. Yeah, just
In a
little guy.
swamp.
In a swamp. Which ironically is actually, yeah, it's right underneath the water. It's just, you know, right here.
Now we're in Valheim.
It's a nice little tomb.
This is the whole stream, folks. I'm gonna compare everything to video games.
It's fine.
That's the point. Yeah, you know, it's a nice little tomb. We just kind of, it's a little fractured. It's not broken yet. That's the good news. I
Oh.
don't know what happens when it breaks, but it's there.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So break open the tomb. Got it. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I
Listen,
heard.
I put a lot of things on the field knowing they will be broken. That's why I play Tristero.
I'm adding that as a quote.
I can't stop laughing. I have to finish strong. Okay, there we go. That's a tomb. That's good
There
enough.
it is. It's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Put this on my will. That's what I want my tombstone to look like.
All right.
Thank you.
It's
And,
noted.
So yeah, with that, my turn ends. So John, your turn is going to be next. I went ahead and I drew your card for you. If you want to go ahead and
Thank
tell
you.
us what the two options for Ace of Hearts is.
Let's do it. Okay. What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? And are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? Ooh. I think
Here we go.
I think that there is a group of I think I'm going with the first option.
Okay.
And the group that has the highest status in the community is a cult.
Perfect. I'm so glad. I'm here for this.
Mhm.
I mean, they consider themselves to be just a religion, which
Yes.
That's
neither
all
here
of
nor there.
Dustfall.
And they believe that our physical forms are not meant to be specifically honored. There's a more of a sense of importance put on the spirit, and so once you shuffle off your mortal coil, there's nothing really that you need it for, and so you might as well return it to the earth. So this cult, their burial practices are very centered around the death pit. And they are the primary group, and everyone that dies gets thrown into the death pit. And all you really need to gain inclusion into this group are to one adopt their uniforms, which are stark and ugly, but also just commit to having your lifeless body thrown into the death pit.
Okay, y'all, I have been playing The Quiet Year for like 4 years. Every goddamn game of The Quiet Year I have played, there has always been a pit, and we have thrown people into the pit. I cannot escape the pit.
There is always a pit.
Not
There's
until
always
you
a pit.
die. You don't have to. There is no need to throw yourself to an early death.
Way better
Oh.
than where my brain was going. I thought you were gonna say that in order to get into the cult, you had to throw a body into the pit.
Oh shit!
I went really dark. I don't know. Okay.
All
That's what I
right.
came
All
in
right.
with.
Well, let's get the cult drawn. I think is what
I
needs
think
to
that's-
happen
damn it.
here.
Yes.
You can just like draw, you know, a little guy in a
You
stark
need.
outfit.
Yeah, you gotta give some indication of why the outfit is ugly.
Yeah, I need to
Or
know.
a pit. You can draw a pit too.
They definitely have like a happy little house.
I like how much happy there is here.
There's just so much happiness in this desolate land. Desolate.
With lightning trees, a pit, and then an ancient tomb in a river.
You know?
Yeah.
House.
Oh my
And
god.
It says welcome. It's a welcome house because it's right at the
A
entrance of
welcome
town.
house.
You know.
Oh yeah,
Fair.
that's where the train station is the
Mhm.
cult of the
Yeah.
pit.
Yeah.
They double as the welcoming committee.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother game we could have played that just focused on the train station only. I went, no, let's expand it out. There's gonna be a train no matter what.
Yeah,
I just didn't know it was gonna be the home of a cult.
this is Blades in the Dark. Everything's a
This is Blades
cult.
of the Dark. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And John, while you are drawing, feel free to also think about like if you want to discover something new. If you want the cult to have a discussion, that can be something. Or if they have a project they want to work on, you can put that out there.
I think they're trying to get into that tomb.
All right, that sounds like you want to start a project.
Yes.
So working on projects.
Because they don't believe in physical death structures. You know?
So they want to break it so they can throw the body in the pit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't matter when you died, you're going into the pit no matter what.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get in the pit, okay?
You gotta get into the pit. I want
Love
that on a
this.
shirt. You gotta get into the pit.
That's their slogan.
God damn.
That's me in mosh pits all throughout high school.
And you've
Where's
got
my
a
pencil?
weird, a very
Yeah,
weird
that.
bulbous hat.
Very.
Actually, okay. If I make the you gotta go in the pit, we gotta we'll have to donate part of the proceeds. But we'll figure that
sure.
out.
So yeah. Oh, we lost Parker.
No, Parker.
Oh, death. And I didn't move the cameras, so everything's fucked. Oh well.
Fuck. Well, let's go
Um,
ahead and
So Cole, you
Throw
are
the stream
now
in the pit.
Cole and Parker. That's what you are.
the dream really. Welcome back, Parker.
Sorry about that. I don't know.
No,
Computer
that-
being weird.
Computer
Yeah.
being weird. So yeah. So to start a project, you choose a situation, declare what the community will do to resolve it. Right now, it sounds like the community wants to get in that fucking tomb in the river.
Gotta get in the
There's
tomb.
no consultation about this idea. The community simply begins to work. Some examples include recovering the mine shaft we're converting the mine shaft into a cold food storage. We're killing those wolves. We're gonna sacrifice a newborn on the night of the full moon to appease the windwalkers.
Ollie,
These are some of the examples. As a group, quickly
this year
decide how
is
many
not
weeks.
quiet.
It's the exact opposite. As a group, quickly decide how many weeks the project would reasonably take to complete minimum 1 and maximum of 6. Remember that you are a small community. It isn't easy or quick to build a house or repair a water wheel. Do you have the necessary tools and expertise to do this? Be generous with your difficulty. I'm sorry, I cannot read today. Be generous with your assumptions, but do remember the scarcity and difficulty are the norm. If a project would reasonably take longer than 6 weeks to complete, it would need to be completed in stages.
This is like a 2 or 3 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely not the most difficult thing the cult could have decided to do.
No.
Because also it's in a swamp, so that stuff's gonna be like eroding over and.
Yeah.
I'd say 2.
I agree with 2.
Yeah,
I think
that's
2
good.
is a
down
good
2.
call.
I think 2 is funnier because they're just very gung ho about this.
Yeah,
So
they're
what
getting
I'm-
right on it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they will not be stopped. There we go.
Can I not make cards smaller?
Yeah, you can.
There it
You
Yeah.
can.
Nice and tight.
I'm just special. That's all.
You're just the GM.
is.
Oh, I should have made all of y'all the GM. Oh well.
I mean, you could back out real quick and do it.
I probably could.
We'll do it
during
on
the
break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it on
good
break.
call.
We're not gonna do it
There
on
we
break.
go.
Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and go to Parker's turn. And after Parker, Parker, I have your card here. By the way, this is yours.
Okay.
You have the 3 of Hearts. If you want to go ahead and read that out.
Excellent. Yeah. So someone new arrives. Who? Or 2 of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? I would be lying if I didn't see that and thought that that was my card. So I've been clicking through the random name generator for the majority of the last few minutes.
Amazing.
Because why not? And so I am going with someone new arrives. Someone comes in via train one day and disembarks and decides to stay. And so this individual is Olvarth Agni. I'll write that out afterwards. For the record, I'm also using a dark elf name generator.
Oh, hold on. I got you.
Yeah. hold
For
on, there's
future, I have a Blades in the Dark name generator.
Oh yeah, we can
Oh,
do
nice.
that too. I
There you
forgot
go.
about that one. I went with something. I know I very much just chose something absolutely insane with this one. Olvarth Agni, I'm gonna keep it, but I'll start using that for others. So they come in tall, individual, and very much sticks out like a sore thumb. Comes in wearing a suit, in a full 3-piece suit and like a nice hat, walking cane as well, and just does not look right. And they've come because they want to establish their own building. They want to establish their own parlor house, so to speak, is I think where they're leaning towards.
Okay.
And so that is what they're doing. That is who they are, and yeah, that's what they're intending to do.
Okay. I think now is also a very good time to say we just got a
Random
donation
event.
for an event. Random
Oh.
event.
Amazing.
Ooh,
Oh, God.
thank you.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for that $10
Random
donation.
Yeah.
Thank you,
donation.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark. I am struggling to
Mark.
speak today. So yeah, the train comes into town as Parker. Can you say the name of your parlor person?
Olvarth.
Olgarth.
Olvarth. I
Olvarth.
put it in chat. I put it in the Roll20 chat.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Olvarth. Okay, great. The train comes into town, and a box comes flying out of the train and shatters. And among the shattered crate that came rolling through are just these random bones, just miscellaneous bones.
Perfect.
And they all collect together and stand up, stretch, do the whole like press back against their ribs. You hear the crack, and this individual picks up a top hat that came out, tips their hat, and just walks off and goes right into the lake pit in here. So now there's a skeleton living in the killing water. They did not
Perfect.
introduce themselves.
Nope.
All you hear is xylophone sounds as they walk away from the
Yep.
bones clanging together.
Yep.
Rave lights come on underneath, you hear spooky, scary skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Here's the thing: the cult would have seen a pile of bones and thought pit anyway. So the fact
They're not
that
gonna
this-
interfere.
No, the skeleton person did exactly what was going to happen to them. So there's nothing the cult can really do about that.
Mhm,
Cult's probably pretty satisfied at this juncture.
probably. I'm going to do my best to draw a little skeleton man. In the meantime, with all of our introduction and the random event, we take down the break the tomb clock down by 1, and we move on to your action. So Parker, what would you like to choose as your action? You can discover something new, start a project, or you can start a discussion among the
I
community.
made a life choice with Olvarth, and I realized that I had the purple color on when I was drawing his top hat, so his top hat became purple.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It's just how it do be. I am actually going to fulfill Olvarth's one true wish, which is apparently to start building a parlor house out here. I don't know why he's like
Excellent.
this.
Is this one the golden deer?
Yes, it is now.
And I cannot make a set of eyes to save my life. Yeah, that's good enough. That's fine. Well, skeleton man.
Little skeleton man.
Spooky,
Well,
scary
skeleton.
skeletons.
You know
Really,
what?
they're gonna be so cute in there. Sorry, he's great.
He just lives in the pit now.
He
He just
like,
lives
his head
down there.
pops out too. He's like the mascot of the Boxing Club. It's great.
Mhm.
It needed a mascot.
We
Really.
needed a
did.
mascot. We got a little
We did.
skeleton mascot now. Congratulations, everyone. But yeah.
Anyway, it's starting a project.
All right, excellent. How long do you think it's going to take Olbarth
to-
to make this?
To
Man came in
build-
with a bunch of audacity. That's all.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he
Awesome.
only came in with Audacity, I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6.
it's fine.
Like, I think he can find plenty of material for it. It's just
Oh, yeah.
getting it built is gonna be the thing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you're getting wood to build a structure, you have to dodge lightning to get there.
Yeah, there's that.
That's one of the bigger issues.
And we're just going to shrink down you a little.
Yeah.
There you go. And boop. I said boop. Don't you dare snap to that grid. Okay, perfect. All right, Brandon.
You,
Thank you.
you know you can
Is-
turn that off in the map menu, right?
I probably can, but anyways, I have your card right here.
Cool. All right. So you see a good omen. What is it? Or you see a bad omen. What is it?
I love this.
My favorite card of the game.
All right. With the arrival of our new skeleton friend, I think we need to balance this out with a bad omen.
You think the skeleton man is a good omen?
Yeah.
Are you saying he's
All right.
not? He's Scully's our mascot
And-
here.
No, you're right. No, yeah, absolutely.
They're just a good pal, you know? They're just gonna vibe.
And I believe what we see is that in the surroundings of our nice, fertile, irritable soil, we just see some claws start reaching out of the land. We'll say 4 claws just kind of reach out of the ground and kind of drag things down with them. If you get too close. No idea what those belong to, but they're there now.
They're there now. We just got some. I imagine one of the like younger people in the community who has no fear just goes up and high five the claws.
As long as they dodge the other 3, I think they're fine.
Eh.
Happens when you
Alright.
don't dodge them.
You
Oh, you
go
know.
down. It's a
All right.
swamp.
Out.
You don't know how deep it is.
There.
All right. And with that, we take down. Olbarth is making his way into building a parlor house.
Making his
He
way.
has something. And then we have broken into the tomb. John, when a project completes, you tell us what the result of that is. Whoever started the project gets to tell everyone how it turned out and update the map to reflect its completion. The only time we can interrupt that is if we have a card that specifically says, you take over the project, or you mess with the project changes, or we say, nah. Yeah.
Okay.
What happens when we break into the tomb?
Break into the tomb, and I kind of think it's empty. My gut says it's empty, and maybe it has been. It's like clearly already been cleared out of whatever was in there, and I think one of the more spiritualistic and maybe superstitious leaders in the cult decides that it was probably that skeleton that came to life that had risen from the tomb, gotten themselves out, and then covered it back up. And I think there is a general unrest with the skeleton that is somehow defiantly living in the death pit. The ultimate defiance.
Okay. Ultimate defiance. And as this project completes, if you want to kind of draw up maybe like a fracture mark on the tomb or something or anything like that. I think there is a ghost that comes into town. And this is a ghost that has lived for years and years and years. And upon the town, they start the discussion off with a simple question of, have the Bears won the Super Bowl yet? I just had a random topic pop up on a different generator.
The Bears won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I definitely imagine like a lot of the spirits that are coming to town have lived for a very long time.
Yeah.
Actually, can we change that? Does someone have a good discussion topic that someone from before the cataclysm that caused the Shattered Isles would happen? Oh, I got one.
Okay, go for it.
This spirit comes in. Their name is Casimir Triste III. And she says, now I see all of you are living in that house over there, and you have that big, nice thresher over there. Where are me and all my friends going to stay? And she's pointing at herself and like some other random spirits that are just like wandering around. Some of them like zooming through, some of them like spooking out Uvarth the entire time. Where are we going to stay as y'all build up our land on here?
Where?
Yeah. And so when we have a discussion, what that is we open with a question or declaration, starting with you and going clockwise. And everyone gets to weigh in once, sharing a single argument comprised of 1 to 2 sentences. If you open with a question, you get to weigh in last. If you open with a declaration, that's it for you. A discussion never results in a decision or summation process. Everyone weighs in and then it's over. This is how conversations within communities work. They're untidy and inconclusive affairs. Each discussion should be tied to a situation on the map. When discussion ends, mark the situation it is attached to with a small dot. So yeah, let's have a discussion. Where are all these ghosts and spirits going to stay while we live here?
Well, it's starting with you and then going clockwise.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what this ghost says is what this one community member mentions is we got that tomb in the water. Y'all want to stay in the tomb? And then we go clockwise from there, and we'll keep the order we've been going in. So, John, what's your discussion point?
I would say that the highest status group in the community likes and appreciates and wants to help the ghosts.
Okay. Likes and appreciate and wants to help the ghost. Parker, what's your contribution?
Oh, somebody from the community pipes up and says, TriStar IQ, do we really need a parlor house out this way? I think we've got a few other things going, so why don't you just take over that place instead? The new guy won't care. I'm basically battling myself in this, and I'm aware
Yeah,
that
you
was
really
lying.
are.
I
And
love
Cole,
that.
and Cole took my idea, so now chaos. Well, you seem to have a knack for like energy, so maybe you could go live with the trees, like that story
Debated
about
that.
the dude who protects the forest or something.
You could even speak for the trees.
You could
All right,
speak
that will-
for the tree.
All right.
I debated that. I also debated the sled.
All right. I think that ends the discussion there. God.
God.
All right, and I
I went
still have
exact-
an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to start a project to fix the tractor.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look, a useful project. What?
Look at this helpful member of the community. All right. How long do you think it takes to fix a tractor? It is Sparkcraft. I remember saying that way early on.
Yeah, you said it was Sparkcraft. We have lightning trees. Not in abundance, but we have lightning trees. I'm gonna... 4? Like it should be easier than building an entire establishment,
Definitely.
but
I
it's
would say
definitely
that.
harder than breaking into a tomb.
Okay.
Fair.
I think 4's good. All right.
4
with
sounds
that,
good to
yeah.
me.
Yeah. All right. So we fixed the tractor in 4 weeks, and comes back up to me, and I pulled out the 6 of hearts. And
Is every turn a week? Should we?
yes.
When does the timer go down for the parlor house?
The parlor, it goes in between turns. So after we decide what happens with the card in the week, the parlor
Okay.
house goes down one.
So
Understood.
yeah, it's been 2 weeks since we started it. So
Yeah.
Cool. Got it.
All right. And so from there, I need to remember what 6 of hearts does.
it's a fun one.
Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? How old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have?
Have fun.
Oh
Yeah.
god. What are the children's role in the community? You have this cult. You have the tractor. You have the parlor house. You have a river. You have a death pit. We have electrified trees. I think the role of children in the community is they go out after the trees have sparked and electrified enough, and they pick up like shocked wood, because it turns out they actually make like really good foundation for houses. I think they go out and pick up stuff like that.
Hmm.
So we're gonna do that. Boop. All right.
Awesome kids playing in lightning.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go
Right.
wrong?
Yeah.
They're good kids. They know what to do.
Faster, anyways. Come on.
Yeah. All right. And so now we take everything down by 1. And with that, I can start a project, hold discussion. Everything I care about being worked on is being worked on. I would like to discover something new. I think the new thing that is discovered is a nice big tower. Nice big tower. We didn't really notice it before. Now we do. It is bright orange for no reason other than spite.
Is it cone shaped?
No, I wasn't going to, and I won't. But it looks. Let's make it like a little. Put a little ball on it. It's got a little tiny ball on it. But we have this nice big tower on top. And yeah, that's just what's been discovered. Next turn. All right, we got the 5 of hearts for you, John.
Okay. There is a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? Interesting. Huh. I mean, the second one is certainly easier creatively. But I don't want to do that necessarily. I think it's got to be a disquieting legend about this place. But what is it? I mean, literally everything about it is disquieting.
What would be disquiet in a place as weird as this? What would
Yeah,
actually
what
make
would
you
be
pause?
considered
normal.
disquieting? Yeah, right.
There is bird song in the air near the trees.
The disquieting legend is that the train always runs on time somehow.
Did you? All right. Go ahead and draw that in.
I'm gonna draw a clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always choose the easier option. Love the clock. And I have picked everything down. And with that, what would you like to choose as your action?
I think that the cult again they value spirit over anything else. So
Mhm.
this influx of ghosts that just came into town, they're super into. That was what I was referring to. I was speaking from the perspective of someone as part of the cult.
Yeah.
I think as opposed to building houses for new living community members, I think they want to build houses to then move hauntings into out of respect for the ghosts. So I think they would like to start a house building project
All right.
For the ghosts.
Ghost house
for
project.
the ghosts.
Okay.
Wow, what a community. Come
Yeah.
together like this.
You know what really matters? It's the ghost.
So like a whole parlor house is 6 weeks. Like, how big are they making this?
Yeah. Is it like one building for the ghosts, or are you building like a small community here? Like, how many ghosts are you hoping to?
Are you building a boarding
they,
home?
I think they came in together, right? So they're probably okay with close quarters.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe a condo building.
Okay.
That's my
How
like a
Habitat
small
for
condo
Ghost
building.
Humanity. I see. Okay.
I'm imagining it'll take a while.
Mhm.
How long? What's like the longest possible project? Because it might be
6.
that.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, having the parlor house be 6 compared to this. Is this too big of a project? Should I pick something else?
Well,
You have a whole cult, I think. I don't know.
You
It
you
is
have
an
more than
entire cult.
yeah, you have more resources than the parlor house did, is the thing. So maybe like 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Because like you could use pre-established resources in the town versus the parlor kind of having to come in and barter for everything.
Yeah, this guy. I just rolled up and said, "I'm building a house. Give me everything." The cult has been here.
Yeah.
Everyone knows and loves the cult.
You have to, or else.
Yeah, basically.
Or you get thrown in the pit early.
Oh no. This person mysteriously died. Guess we have to throw them in a pit. I'm still alive.
The skeleton pipes up, "Hey, are you still alive?"
Good guy skeleton.
God. Can't wait for the skeleton to be the hero of the story.
Here for it, okay?
Too late.
Listen.
Already done.
All right. I think with that, we're going on to the next turn. Hey, Parker, you get a 10 of hearts here.
Cool. So there's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you? Or what belief or practice helps to unify your community?
There's an easy option there.
I know.
All my homies love the pit.
It's true. It's true. I think so. I'm going with belief or practice. I think the biggest thing with this community is that even if you don't really belong to the cult per se, rather the community leaders per se, we would never dare call them a cult, not to their faces. But the biggest thing is everybody does understand that when somebody dies, honestly, the easiest thing to do is to throw them in the pit. Like, it kind of just makes good sense. So everybody, and it's not even just throwing dead bodies in the pit. There's a lot of things that end up in that pit.
Yeah.
It just because it just seems to eat it up. And so everybody seems to be really brought together by the pit. So I'm going to make a cute little communal sign in front of the toxic death pit. Because I think that's the big thing that brings everybody, that's the big practice that it's really waste management, okay? That's where we're at here. Nobody really has
as long
garbage.
as there's like a penny squishing machine in there, you know.
Yeah, right.
I need some sort of souvenir from the pit.
I've been to a pit. I didn't even get thrown in yet.
There's actually like a photo shoot area where you stick your head into the hole and you just take photos of it's you in the pits with Skelly drawn on. There's photo ops, it's fine.
Every now and then the skeleton comes up and just points at the guy like, hey.
Perfect. Anyway, so I think the pit is quite it is the that belief realistically of like waste management, utilizing the pit to all of its advantages, because it does have so many advantages of getting rid of stuff. That is something that brings this whole community together. So even if they don't like revere the ghosts and whatnot, they do. They can at least connect on this one point.
Why, you're showing the importance of pits everywhere.
Obviously.
Everywhere,
they are
all the
useful
time.
things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead. You can draw that and think about your action. I've already ticked all the project dice down as we go.
Perfect.
Oh God, I love this pit. Great pit.
It's a great pet.
Very
It's a
good.
great
pit.
pit.
It is, yeah,
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Recommend.
Mhm.
So action-wise, I'll continue drawing that sign very soon. I'm gonna say discover something new. I'm apparently just spending the next little bit drawing is what I've apparently assigned myself to do.
Mhm.
Hey, that's on
Um,
you.
That is very
What I've
much a
been
me
doing.
life choice. Why none of them have been ghosts so far is a little disappointing on my part. But okay, I'm discovering something new.
Yep.
What comes in through the water one day, washing up on its shores, and I'm gonna take up a nice good chunk of this bottom part here, is this absolutely like falling apart, unmanned ship that gets just wrecked on the shores
Interesting.
of this community.
That's where the
And there
ore
may or may
came
not be a
from.
ghost that can-
Whoa.
The ore beat the boat to it, is really what happened.
Yeah.
And so the ship has just finally followed suit a few weeks later. And there's nobody on it. There's nothing on it. It seems like it may have already been pillaged at some point and stripped of most of its usefulness. But the majority of the ship itself is still holding there. And there may be a small, tiny ghost that may or may not exist there, but seems to be far too shy to really interact with anybody else. I'm gonna have a little ghost peeking out of there. Anyways, I'm gonna get to drawing for
Adorable.
the next forever.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
All right. And with that, we are going over to your turn, Brandon. And you got a four of hearts.
Oh my goodness. All right. What important and basic tools does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? Neither of these are good.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, you just passed one, Cole.
Yeah, I did. It's fine. I'll get back to it.
Because I also think that might be the only heart left.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I love the sign for the pit.
Pit.
The pit.
The pit. There's an exclamation point.
I think they have a no, you know what? They're using the tower. They're using the tower to store food. Because it was a structure already there and it's nice and big. And so we're gonna if I can get my color to change, we're gonna put a little door
There's a
on
tower
it.
in there.
Little door. And we'll put some boxes. And the reason it's dangerous is, one, they don't actually understand what the tower's for. And second, when it's storming, no one can go in. Because it's a giant lightning rod.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can't put something that looks like a nebulous ball in front of me and not make it a lightning rod. So, yeah, that's that. And that's where the
Very
food
good.
storage is. Zach, welcome on in. We have a pit with a skeleton in it and some dead animals. Also, the pit may be alive. We're not sure.
Yes.
Yet. We're not sure yet.
We're not sure yet.
It
There's
is
also
alive with the sound of music. It's okay.
I'm so I gotta balance out. Fixing the tractor. So we're gonna start a new project.
Here, we're actually gonna resolve the project dice first.
Oh yeah. All right. Project
yeah,
dice.
because that all
Just-
ticked.
Still working on a boat though. I gotta draw a house now. Crap. I need life choices. I'm recognizing this.
So yeah, Parker, do you want a little bit more time before we go about the Parallel House project?
No, we can go into it. I'll finish my boat shortly. It's just in there. So at long last, the parlor house finally sets up, and it's this. It's not the prettiest thing, but it's a building, and it is has parlor. Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of lately. One of the podcasts has been Old Gods of Appalachia, and that's why this is where this came from for the record.
Love it.
And so good, love it. But Mr. Agne, as he is going to be going by regularly because we are like that, and he's trying to be very extra. It is this maybe 2-story building, mostly because he tried to get into the foundation of the earth here, realized that was not happening in Swampland, and decided to focus on just making sure that we didn't sink into the ground while we were at it. Nothing overly showy, but it's a nice, simple establishment. He's brought in some people he's brought in some of his contacts to help manage it, and yeah. There is now a parlor house. In an attempt to build the tourism industry here, okay?
Going
We're trying
pretty well.
For tourism.
I love.
We're gonna be great once that brewery opens up. If it ever does, this community keeps talking about it, and nothing is happening.
What do you think I was
Once
working
it
on?
does, this can be
We gotta get there first.
I know. Anyway, so once that
Ground
happens,
claws.
we don't
I
have
think
to keep
ground
importing
claws is what
moonshine.
you're
It'll be
working
fine. So yeah, the parlor house is up and running, and is I don't think the cult likes us much, but we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
We house a couple of the ghosts too, just for funsies. Some people
Oh
are
yeah.
into that.
Everything
Don't
has
judge.
ghosts.
It's a good way to get on the cult side.
You
But-
know what? Sometimes somebody's just got to do ghosts, and that's
You gotta
just
do
how
Ghost
this goes.
about it. Coming
gotta do
soon
Ghost
to
about
whenever I announce the merch store.
I love it. Anyways, parlor house incoming once I finish this boat. So, I got a while before my turn.
Oh my gosh. All right. Hey, Brandon, how'd fix the tractor go?
So it went really well. They had to install. So basically, they took a barrel, and basically fed it to the mouth, that was made, and they turned it from a harvester into a. Oh, I need mud. I need the other thing. Need the freehand tool. Thank you. Basically took it and added. It's now like a tiller or a blade of death, if you will. So yeah, they have this thing now.
Ooh.
Really good for tearing up demon claws and wheat or any grain.
And also harvesting grains.
We're really focused on the grain in the
Really?
sunless sky.
Really
Are you
focused
concerned
on
about
grain.
harvesting grain but also have an issue with ground claws? Don't you worry.
We
Have
got
the
you
product
covered.
for you.
John Deere's newest machine.
Now, speaking of those ground claws,
Yeah, tell me about that.
we're gonna
God.
we're gonna start a project because I love this third example on projects. So we would like to sacrifice someone to the ground claws.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's gonna probably take about 2 weeks, because 1 week to determine who it is, and then 1 week to get the guts to actually do it. And we'll see what happens.
Oh my lord. Okay. The sacrifice begins in 2 weeks.
Stay tuned.
Safe to say, these are not good people. Or at
What
least
are
they're
you
working.
talking about?
They have one house.
That they all bundle up.
This
in.
is
to be
pure-
more.
This is purely a one's for Ghost.
I had a hope in the back of my head. I was like, oh yeah, I could use this town for a character backstory. I'm like, I don't know if I want to. They have a pit.
No, you
What
can.
is
You
wrong
just
with
need to
this?
run from this cult. Is what you need to do.
Yeah, it's getting out of the cult. Really, that's the issue.
There is a skeleton playbook. Man, that'd be funny if that skeleton popped up in Dustfall, huh?
I knew that the moment you had the skeleton show up. I was like, that is just so Cole can use the skeleton playbook.
I wasn't thinking about it. I just really wanted a skeleton.
That's
I
fair.
was living in this weird pit for a while, and then I decided city life's for me.
I'll take my chance in Dustfall. Chip, 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 oh.
So excited for him.
Whenever he like comes out, he's like doing a Charleston the entire time.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, I pulled a King of Hearts going back to the actual game.
All right, ghost with my little my ship with my mini ghost is done.
Oh, that's
I need to work
cute.
on the
That's
Pearl.
adorable.
That's adorable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just a little guy.
This is a little guy.
It's a little guy. I've been saying little guy a lot recently.
It's probably my fault because Jamie and I both go, he's just a fucked up little guy.
Just a
Uh.
little guy.
Simply a little guy.
But yeah, so King of Heart, King of Spring.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it's great. A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it? Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done? Part of my brain's like he's pulled bodies out of the pit, but also discovering something new as a young kid. Man, it'd be fun if there were Leviathan bones out there, aren't there? Wouldn't that be?
It is a swamp.
It is a swamp. Yep.
Oh.
Young boy discovers giant bones.
Them Leviathan bones.
Them
That's a long
Leviathan
word.
bones. And let's see where the boy discovers something. Yeah,
Oh no.
there's
Oh,
plenty of
no.
space out here.
Okay.
Them bones.
Hey Zach. What project fails or succeeds? You currently have two options, or you could probably tell us something and we'll
Oh
implement
my
it.
gosh.
You have building spirit houses or the sacrifice begins. Oh, the sacrifice succeeds a little too quickly. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's probably accurate.
All right, we'll resolve that in a minute.
Yep, let me draw my bones.
I'll just go. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh lordy. This game's getting out of hand quick.
Good.
Why are we surprised? I feel like we shouldn't be.
You
Yeah,
have
fair.
Oh god.
you have 4 of the 5 most chaotic people in Fire in the Dark.
Fair. Oh gosh. Yeah,
I
so
started this with literally like, I have crime on the brain, okay? Come on.
Mark's
Zach,
came
I
out
re-
strong
I-
with
I
Death
really-
Pit.
I really just want to shout out how casual Zach is. It's like, hey, but what if that sacrifice project succeeds a little too quickly?
I know, the,
It's a
the
very casual-
casualness is great.
Just Jerry is out here making a fool, and the cult just everyone looks at Jerry and says, "We throw Jerry," and just unanimously, "Yep, get rid of Jerry."
Jerry
Alright.
also is like, yeah,
I get it. I kind of had it coming, I know.
yeah.
All right.
So that's always fun. Hey, tell me about how that sacrifice goes.
So the claws, all 4 claws, drag the body into the ground. We're not gonna get into Jared's screams, but as he's pulled under and then silenced, and then a day later, a giant statue with 4 arms appears where the demon claws were, and the harvest is very good this season.
Oh,
You know what?
Sounds right.
I say that sounds right. You know what? It sounds like we have an abundance of food.
hell yeah! Thank you, Jerry, for your sacrifice.
We appreciate you, Jerry.
is the statue of Jerry.
No.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Jerry also gets that.
Okay. Cole,
And
how
we-
did you erase things?
I click on it and I hit delete. So
Oh,
I will
okay,
just,
you did.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You did that.
boop. So here, I'll get rid of the hands.
Hey, y'all, donate to charity, but like after today, if you want to hit up my Ko-fi so I can buy a new mouse, because this thing's driving me up a wall.
Love Roll20, but also Roll20 doesn't make it that friendly to draw things.
Well, no, it's seriously, my mouse keeps cutting out and will get stuck. I'm sure people have seen me like erratically move my mouse back and forth to get it to move again. But anyways, I'll start working on a statue.
All right, as you work on the statue, I went ahead and took down the building spirit house's clock down to 1 more week.
Hey.
And during that time, I love that you're spelling out the parlor house right now, Parker.
Yep.
God, what project do I have? We have a food storage. We have a new boat. We have the pit. I'm
Always
gonna
have
also-
the pit.
We always have the pit. You know, no matter what, end of the day, we have a pit. I want to research these Leviathan bones. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a project. There's one person in the community who's like, yeah, I don't know about them bones. They could be fake. I don't believe in these bones.
Don't believe in these bones.
Look at this super friendly statue. It just wants a hug.
Oh wow. Gorgeous.
If we were doing a game in person, it'd be a great time to just like sit behind each other and just have everyone just like 4 arms
Yes.
out, like looking up at
Yes.
each other.
Why
You're-
isn't this the standard design for those floppy arm men that they put outside of
Just-
car dealerships?
This
That's
would
what-
make
that's
me
what-
stop.
That's what they should look like.
Yeah. Just big angry eyes. God. Yeah, so my project, I think it's gonna take about 3 weeks to research the bones.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This is fantastic.
I love these bones.
I will
I'm
say,
probably-
y'all, we're almost halfway to our goal.
Mhm.
We have a humble goal of $100 for today, since this was kind of last minute.
Yeah.
But y'all have been great, and I love the chaos that we're generating. I can't wait to hand this to Jamie and be like, "You have to implement this now."
Have
Good
fun.
luck, buddy.
Sorry.
Okay, the parlor house is done. I'm done drawing for a minute.
We're
Uh,
What have I missed?
John, I went ahead and threw you your card. You have the Queen of Hearts.
Lovely.
And that will be the last card of spring, for sure.
Okay. What is the most beautiful thing in this area? And what is the most hideous? Okay. I mean, the most beautiful thing?
I would personally offend
Spoiled
if
for
you don't say the
choice. Truly. I mean, the pit is obviously amazing. These incredible bones that we've uncovered are great. Our new statue is just truly something to behold. The tower with the frequent lightning coming off of it. I mean,
This
I
is
fucking love this game.
so good. Cole, I'm packing this for PAX U. Like, I have
Good.
it on my shelf.
Please.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I was trying to come up with an excuse for it not to be the pit, but I think that's the answer.
We
I mean,
all
like,
love the pit.
It is the
Love
most
it.
beautiful thing.
it's the most beautiful thing. Yep, that's it. And
Oh,
that's
that tower's
that's all
great.
that the question was. Just to
Yeah,
answer
what's
that
the most
question.
beautiful thing? All right.
And then I guess.
The project to build spirit houses has completed.
Oh yeah.
I will take down the project dice. So yeah, tell me about those spirit houses.
So those spirit houses, I think they realized part of the way through was that it was not a very good capital venture, because the ghosts probably don't have a lot of cash, but they did build them without any doors because they didn't think the ghosts would need them. So they realized that they need to sell them to real not real people, excuse me, that they needed to sell them to corporeal beings who have money, but they kind of have to sell them at a discount for the fact that you're gonna have to build your own door. So I think that's the general gist of how that whole process went. I also think because it was supposed to take such a short amount of time, I think they had to use their cult house as like a basic structure to build around. So I'm just gonna draw sort of a large extension on the original structure.
That's a terrible discover something new idea,
Oh no.
But also,
but also I've been playing Carter a lot recently, and so that's my base of the idea. If y'all can figure it out from there, good luck. Yeah. All right. And I think you also have an action as well.
Yes. What are the actions again? How many different things I can do?
Discover something new, start a project, or hold a discussion.
Does the discussion have to be about anything in particular?
It can be about a problem in the community. It can be about something new that came in. It can be general feelings about something going on, whether it's the bones, the pit, the statue, the boat, the parlor house that no one is going to, the cat that appeared on screen.
you know,
Yeah.
Cat.
Mystery's cat walks through town. We're just like, wait, where the hell?
Mhm.
There are cats
I
here?
think I would like to have a town discussion, about what to do with this boat. This boat just kind of showed up. It's just here. We have a lot of building that we've been doing in general, building and fixing, etc. And maybe I think there's someone in the community that comes out in favor of scrapping it for materials.
Okay.
So, Parker, you're next. What do you want to do with the boat?
Very much against the idea. There is, I don't know who this person is in the community person. I don't know if it's the same one every time. The opinion is that the boat could be used for tourism and therefore should be retrofit into a hostel of some sort. So use the boat, keep the boat.
Use the boat. Let the ghost have the captain's quarters. And we convert it into a house for the rest of our community. So we don't all need to sleep in the same building. Because Jared, who we already fed to the statue, his older brother snores a lot.
What you're telling me is we threw the wrong person into the hands.
Look, no one listened to me during the sacrifice. Y'all just decided Jared.
We went to Jared, yeah. So, old grumbly member of the community just says, take the sail off the boat, put some lights on it, turn into a party boat.
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
How did I not think of party boat? I'm obsessed with party boat. Oh.
I will let y'all know that my off-stream Blades game also has a boat hideout, and they have also discussed turning it into a party boat.
It's a logical conclusion.
It is.
Really is.
It is.
Mort would have to leave the gang
Yeah.
if we had to spend any more time on that boat than we already do.
Asher is leading the charge for party boat. Meanwhile,
Party barge!
Old man Sathan's just playing like a harpsichord the entire time. And yeah, so that ends the discussion there about what to do with the boat. We will find out what happens next time with the boat. And with that, So my turn is next. I am the next turn. And I got a 10 of diamonds, signifying that we have gone into summer. And so
Oh yeah,
10 of
this
summer-
adds a new thing where there's bold text that happens.
Yep.
So that'd be fun.
Oh yeah. So the bold text means I have to take that, and then I can also take my action as well too. It's basically like, in some situations, yeah, bonus action, or you can finish a project early, or start a coup. Just a few of the fun options we can do here.
Yeah, the usual.
So 10 of summer. You discover a cache of supplies or resources and a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate the scarcity. Oh goodness. I see a lot of opportunities with the scarcities. I see another opportunity with the new abundance. New abundance of ghosts. No. I think we want to try to start a project to alleviate the animals. We want to get some goats out here. And so, do that. We're going to rob a train that has livestock.
Perfect.
Love
it.
this. Crime.
This is just crime Stardew Valley now. I'm okay with this.
I really wish we could hijack the train in Stardew Valley.
Oh, that would be so
Imagine.
good. I choose not to live by capitalism. I choose to live by crime.
So good.
That's
with
my new
that.
life in Seagull Town. Yeah. I think 4 weeks sounds about right. Personally, what do y'all think? How long does it take to steal some ghosts for a train that always comes on time?
It always comes on time, so you can't delay it because then people get suspicious. So then you're like trying to figure out, and then you have to figure out what shipment's actually going to have goats on it because not every train is going to have goats. So yeah, I think
And also
I think 3
preparing
to
a
4.
place for the goats.
3 to
Yeah.
4.
Unless you're just gonna let them.
Oh
run.
yeah, this would also include building up a place for the goats because the moment you get the goats, you don't want them to die to the 16 different things we have here.
Our entire place is a death trap. Realistically.
It's like we live in the Deathlands.
Almost
in the
as
name.
if.
It's in the name. You know, if this was a home game, I'd be like, all right, let's immediately break from this game and play Blades in the Dark to find out how the goat heist goes.
Well, okay, now we have the one shot the next time our GM is not available.
Oh god, that'd be so. We could finally do a transport score.
Jamie's worst nightmare.
I love it. I'm here.
I like to
for it.
imagine Jamie just like feels a shiver up
Okay.
the chill that's fine.
All right, hold on. If we hit $100, like if we hit our goal today, I will plan this. Like I will 100% plan this heist.
Incredible.
Amazing. All right.
Done. I will play in
You
that.
all heard it here first. We're hitting this goal.
All right, and with that, the project clocks tick down. We have one more week of researching the bones. I don't think that's any other projects, is there? No.
No.
Cool. And so for my action, I think I would like to discover something new.
No.
I think
Awful.
there's a ghost train that also runs through the town.
Is the train itself ghostly?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we're in
Perfect.
Phantom Hourglass is what or no,
Basically.
Spirit Tracks.
Spirit tracks. Yeah, spirit tracks. And you know, it just kind of just goes from
Okay.
once.
Parker, Blades in the Dark dating simulator sounds amazing.
Seriously?
Everyone would hook up with Lord Scarlock. We all know it.
Excuse
The idea came from that episode with the flock, by the way. It was inspired by the flock. It's not good. But
yeah.
also, hear me out.
Also, hear me out. All right, let me find a diamond real quick. But yeah, so basically, we have a ghost train that just starts rumbling through the town every now and then, and it does not come on time. It sometimes shows up at 2 a.m. and then will show up again at 2:34 a.m.
Rude.
Very rude. Hey John, you got a Queen of Diamonds.
Great. If it was anything like the other queen I got, I'm very excited.
Oh, you only have one option.
Oh. Queen
Oh,
of
that's
Diamonds.
interesting.
A project finishes early. Which one and why? If there are no projects underway, boredom leads to quarrel. A fight breaks out between two people. What's it about? Okay, we do have projects.
You have two, specifically.
Yeah, which one do you want to complete first, John?
Yeah, that's a toughie. I think the research. I think the research ends early, which is kind of a waste because it's about to finish anyway.
Not really, because now you get to decide what that research means.
Right. I think it's discovered that they are fake.
Interesting.
Fake.
Oh,
How's that discovered?
There's somebody screws up. They're smoking near the research site, which, like, come on, you're not. There's so many reasons why
You're
you're
not supposed
do
to.
that.
Yeah.
And it actually lights on
Regulations.
fire, and you find out that it's straight up wood. It's just an old sculpture, a really nice sculpture, but it is man-made, handmade.
Dang.
Amazing.
And now it's partially destroyed because it was on fire, that's a huge bummer also.
Yeah.
That can be kind
Yeah,
of
so-
annoying, yeah.
You know. But now the burning bones are a new attraction, you see. Ready for the parlor house. Go
I
ahead.
think-
Set
I
them
think-
bones.
I was about to say, I think you need to add some char to these bones.
Yeah,
Yes.
set them
Yes,
bones on fire.
fair enough. I can
Make
do
it look
that.
like a barbecue.
And I will go ahead and take down the train heist. What a fucking great phrase. Let's start a train heist.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
train heists.
Same.
Oh my god. Yeah. While John is setting stuff on fire, we will go to their next action, and then we have time for one more card, and then after that we can take a break. During that time, feel free to donate to Heart and mess with our game a bit more. We do have incentives. I am still terrified of the musical year concept.
Yep.
I would love to hear it. I think it'd be funny. And you get what you pay for.
Yeah, 10 minutes of 4 people having to sing. And yeah,
Blades in the Dark musical win.
no. I would not survive a full session of that.
No, I would go out of my way to find cast members who would replace me on that.
I don't know. I've got too many years of doing musicals. In my
Yeah.
background
I
at
do
this point.
too.
That's the
That
problem.
my problem is my voice would go out at the end because
Oh.
I'm used to like a 2-hour set, not a 4-hour set.
Fair.
Oh, I'm a trained opera singer. I'm
John's over here being
I'm
super
trained
to
fucking
go.
talented.
4+
Fine.
hours at a time.
John's just talented.
Why is he so
No, no, no.
talented? Damn it.
No, I'm deeply in debt. Don't worry, I'm paying for it.
Well, yeah, no, trust me, theater degree, I understand that.
Oh no.
Can't relate, but okay.
All right.
But I didn't get talented at all with it, so.
John, what is your action you would like to take this turn after setting the bones on fire? Would you like to set anything else on fire, maybe?
Well, don't tempt me with a good time. I, um, I think there. Do I want to start a project for? I mean, we gotta figure out some way to harness the energy coming off of this forest, right? There's got to be some way to do that to the
Yeah.
benefit of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's work on that. Let's start a project to try and harness this
Okay.
electricity from the
I'm
forest.
gonna say 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
it's-
5 weeks
I-
for sure.
It's either 5 or 6. I don't think it's
Yeah,
any less.
because
than that.
that's how. Like honestly, we have Sparkcraft things already with the tractor, so I think it's like making a generator is the easy part. It's housing it and making sure it doesn't explode.
Mhm. If we want to explode, we can always introduce Wick.
Wick has
Alright.
not been in the Deathlands. I do have another character that's been in the Deathlands.
There you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
All right. And with that, we're heading over to you, Parker. Parker, you got the Seven of Summer.
Yeah, so we introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go away? I don't want things to go away. I'm all for mysteries. So, what I'm saying happens, and I'm kind of determining where on this map. I'm thinking somewhere between the pit, the bones, and the statue. There is this creeping, and it's just kind of slowly, it's not really growing too far, but you see it start to creep in onto the map. There's no other word for it other than death. The grass, any of the fertile soil that we've had, you see goes dry and unusable. Any of the grass just completely shrivels up and goes brown. And you also notice that, what was it? Who was Jerry's brother? Jared? Was it Jared?
No, Jared was thrown to the hands. I think the other guy's name is Jerry. I think it's just an entire line of J names.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Actually, then no. So his cousin, Jeremiah, is the one that came in and stepped a foot onto this land, just kind of like figure it out. And the black from this creeping death came up his foot. And long story short, dear old Jeremiah is now 1 foot Jeremiah. And so this is just, I'm going to call it the creeping death.
Cool.
Love it. I love
Great.
this. I love.
That's
I lo-
the mystery, that no one knows how to deal with it.
I love that.
Or
I
where it
love
came
that's a
from,
threat
why.
now.
That is a threat
Yeah.
on the field.
I'm imagining
You're welcome.
the dramatic scene where Jeremiah has to get somebody to agree to cut off his leg before it spreads.
My goodness.
We will not be showing that scene. But, it's in the back of our mind.
Yeah, it's there. It exists.
It's right here for me.
Yeah. That's in the novel.
You're welcome. That's what you all wanted, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I have ticked down the goat ice clock at the moment, so now I am working on finding us another diamond, which we did.
And then also, I'm going to start a new project for my action.
Okay.
Oh, and we need to take down electric trees.
Just did. My bad.
Oh, you got it.
I'm going to make this look very not
This-
good in a second. Anyways, my project is...
Harness the power of the creeping death.
So again,
Oh.
there is a couple of very outspoken individuals who are pushing for tourism in this area.
Party boat. Party boat.
That is exactly the project they are starting on. They want to retrofit the boat to make it a party boat. They don't necessarily. They just kind of wanted to have it there to throw parties.
I mean, there is a casino in Mississippi that is just in a boat. So like, it doesn't float. It's off the water, but it's a casino on a boat.
It's a casino on a boat.
So yeah, party boat is the project.
Party boat's
All
the
right.
project. The boat's already there. I would say like 3 weeks.
I would say 2 weeks, really.
2 weeks. All
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
2 weeks.
Wait,
Okay.
2 weeks and the ghost doesn't ghost doesn't like it, or the ghost likes it, or
Oh,
3 weeks?
We find that out when the project resolves, though, don't we?
3 weeks. We need to find out if the
3
ghost
weeks.
likes it or not.
3 weeks to figure out if the ghost likes it. Cool.
The ghost hates our vibe.
Oh goodness. All right. And that's where we wanted to go to break.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut to break here. Once again, thank you everyone for doing it. God, please feel free to donate. Donate to Heart. They're a great organization dedicated to enabling adults with disabilities to grow and develop as artists. They are absolutely amazing. You can also donate to mess with our game as much as possible. There's a whole list of incentives. And if we hit $100, we will plan a one-shot for the goat heist, which is amazing.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be so much fun.
Yeah. And once again, we are playing The Quiet Year by Avery Alder. If you ever want to pick up this game, go check out buriedwithoutceremony.com, and you can pick it up there along with some of the other Avery Alder games that are out there. And yeah, let's take a
Cool.
break.
All right, throwing us over. Be back in a bit, y'all.
Be back in a bit.
3, 2, we're back.
Hi there, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to The Quiet Year, played by the Fire in the Dark cast plus producer. I am once again Cole, and we are coming back to our game. Again, this is a charity event for our art community, so please continue to check out the charity link and feel free to donate for the incentives to mess with our game in whatever way you so please. Accents are still on the table. The musical year is still on the table. I still have project clocks I could tick at the moment that I have yet to. And they don't know what that is. And I have a very small idea of what could be. But yeah, with that, we're going to go back into the game, and we are going to Ashen's turn for this, who has the Jack of Summers.
Jack of Summers. Predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who? Predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? You do not reduce project dice this week, if I take that one.
Oh.
Push the Go Heist back another week.
Pushes the ghost heist, pushes the party boat.
So, what I love to do in world building games is I get stuck on my own little side story, and y'all just have to deal with that. So
The contempt tokens was that a whole?
Yeah, just mark off that you have a
I feel like
contempt
we
token.
Yeah. Poor 1 foot Jeremiah just can't catch a break, and mysteriously vanishes, and the statue gets taller.
Okay.
Go on.
And has another set of arms.
That's more arms to hug you with, of course.
More arms to hug you with, obviously.
Just gonna go to a convention dressed like this, and people are gonna be like, "What are you?" I'm like, I'm just here for hugs.
Oh,
and
it's a real deep cut.
All right.
Have you heard of the show Fire in the Dark? Yeah. Have you watched every episode? Yeah.
Including the bonuses?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, on the bright side, we get to reduce project dice. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the train heist.
Train heist.
Poor Jeremiah.
Poor Jeremiah.
Okay.
First you lost your foot, now you're, well, we have no idea.
So, train heist. Everyone thinks this is a bad idea. That does not stop it from happening.
I think it's hilarious.
You gotta get those goats.
You gotta get those goats. Yeah, that's what they keep on saying to all the naysayers. We just need those goats. And I am going to draw some terrible, terrible goats. I think the job, if this was a regular job, I think we would have garnished some heat for this. A minimum of 4. Because the way they got onto the train was they waited like 10, 20 miles up the road. They put some dirt piles from the Deathlands around to cushion the fall, put some blankets over it. And this is their plan. We are going to jump on the train. We're going to open one of the gates. We are going to grab as many goats as possible. We're going to throw them onto that, and then we're going to roll off the train. There are also a lot of blue coats on that train. You can imagine how that went. But at the end of the day, they got 4 goats. And you know what? That's 4 more goats than we needed.
4 more goats.
Tristero come up with this plan? Is that a curiosity?
What's up?
Was this a Tristero plan? Because it starts to sound like.
Also, I have an idea. So we know the success of the goats, but as far as how bad the heat is, what if we rolled a d6 for each of us, and we'll just take the highest, like it's a heist, and we'll just see where that goes. So if I just roll 4d6, crit success.
There you go.
So for those who can't see the dice, because I have that hidden, it's a 1, a 6, a 6, and a 4.
Okay. Okay. So hey, maybe these goats are pretty good. Maybe
They're
those
good
are pretty
goats.
I like how the goats are purple.
And there's minimal heat with those goats, is what I like about them.
Yeah. People weren't supposed to know about those goats. They can't say that people aren't supposed to know about those goats.
Also, for those in chat, I apologize for my typing showing up on mic, but deal. I'm almost done.
It is what it is. But yeah, now we have goats. And I'm not going to say that gives us an abundance, but that definitely knocks it off as a scarcity. And we have less heat because of
The
that too.
goats being purple is the least of your worries.
Not wrong, but also what have they been eating?
You know. Anyways, we're going on from there. Oh, you need to take your action.
Oh, right. We are going to
Discover something new about the goats.
ooh. No, we're gonna kind of along that line. We're gonna start a project to essentially grow the goat population so it's a abundance rather than, and that could just mean making the goats well fed and healthy or other things. Keeping it as PG-13 as possible besides all of our F-bombs.
Yeah, you know. How many weeks do you think growing the goat pop will go?
We'll just go for 6. Why not?
Yeah,
We'll just make it.
best chance possible, you know?
Yeah.
One of those things that just simply takes time, you know?
It could also mean cloning. Like, we do have Sparkcraft. We could try to clone
It's
goats.
true.
Whoa.
There's options.
Could mean cloning. All right. And, oh, it's my turn. Sometimes I forget what the turn order is. I'm just, like, ready to throw cards at people.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
Also, y'all, we are almost halfway to our goal. And reminder, if we hit the $100 goal, we will actually run the goat train heist as an actual Blades in the Dark heist.
Mm-hmm.
With me as the GM, because that's what we needed.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Listen, I love it.
We'll make Jamie play.
Yes.
Force them to be part of it.
Make Jamie
Do
play as
not tell
Echo.
Jamie anything. We don't tell them anything about.
Jamie, don't worry
Yeah, we
about
have a
it. We're just gonna
transport
play
Cut-
Blades in the Dark. It's
Cut this
okay.
from the
Simple.
pod.
train heist. Like, it's transport, it'll be fine.
Just blur out anytime we say anything about a goat heist.
Yep.
There's nothing. Redacted.
Beep. Anyways, 9 of diamonds. I know what I'm saying. 9 of summer. A project fails. Which one? Why? Something goes afoul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
Oh no.
Yeah, summer is when things get difficult. So I could mess with the goats some more. I could mess with the party boat.
Can also mess with the electrical trees.
Yeah.
Or the demonic statue.
Or the
There's a
demonic
lot
statue.
of things to mess
Or
with.
creeping death.
Creeping death is fine. What are you talking about?
If I wanted to be mean, I would take away the party boat, but instead I'm just going to take away our food. There is a flash of this sickly green lightning as the ghost train comes through the town, and it zaps the lightning rod building and destroys it entirely. We no longer
No.
have food.
No food.
any food at all?
We don't have food storage.
We
But yeah.
people are starting to eye those goats.
Gotta protect the goats.
Oof.
Oh my gosh. I know that one thing, the house says welcome ghosts, but my brain keeps reading welcome goats. Now that the
Goats.
ghosts are right across from it.
It was for a toad.
Oh.
All right, and with that, let's start ticking down some clocks. Yeah, that's 5. 2.
Oh, Parker, I had a question for you while we were on break. Do you main black in Magic the Gathering?
What gives you that? I don't actually.
We immediately both jumped onto swamp, creeping death, poison counters.
I know, it does look like that. No, hilariously normally red and white, so...
Good to know.
Let's get more food. You can never recapture the magic of the party boat. You know, Zach, that has exactly why I didn't destroy the boat. All right, so we ticked everything down, and now I get to pick an action. I want to start a discussion. Hey, does that tower seem big? That demon seem bigger?
I am a little concerned about the extending height and arm count of the statue. Yes. The answer, yes.
I really think that someone, not me though, definitely too busy for this, but someone should give it a hug for science.
I think we should worship it like a god.
A voice coming out from the statue says, "Hey, don't worry about me. Big old friendly guy. Don't you like my grain? Don't you like the crops? Come give me
See?
a hug."
See? He gives us food. God.
Rick, is that you?
I'm on board with worshiping the statue, but I'm not happy about it.
Oh.
That ends my turn. That ends my turn.
Nice card.
Ace of diamond. That's going to you, John.
An
Enjoy.
ace. Okay.
Whew.
A contingent within the community demand to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? I mean, I've got a good plan on that. A contingent within the community have acted on their frustrations. What have they damaged, and why did they damage it? Is it permanent?
Ooh.
Both are very good.
Those are both good.
So many reasons.
I think that there is a I think there's a statue worshiping contingent within the community that demand that their newfound religion be respected. And they are asking for a sort of amphitheater, I suppose, out just beyond the statue, for to easily worship it from.
Sounds like you have
Okay.
a project, John.
Sounds like I made a project for myself.
I think that might be a project. Let's go ahead and put that ace right next to the demon statue. I love that we have the cult of throwing people into a pit because we no longer care about the body against the cult of a giant statue that gives us grin. It needs a hug.
And
Honestly, I mean, I think the latter has a better reason for their worshiping.
Mm-hmm.
we have
did
abundant
just get more
crops.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the battle of the cults versus the battle of tourism. Like, if you look at the map, those two different
Yep.
sides.
And they're on different sides of the tracks.
They are.
All
Which
right.
is strange.
Parker, I got good news. The party
What's
boat's
your
done.
news? Yes! Sorry.
The party boat has survived.
My lifelong dream. Yeah, honestly, have been actually very worried for the last few runs here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so oh, okay. Oh, it wasn't my turn next. I'm gonna start decorating this for the record. The party boat is completed.
For our viewers, I just need y'all to see this map. I just need you to just the fuck. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, during the break, I updated my burning bones to scorched bones.
Looks great.
I took the fire away. I also changed the house. I added some words to the house.
Love it.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh no, what happened?
John, I love you.
Oh, good. Oh my god, I love it. Perfect. So party boat finishes, and the biggest question on everyone's mind has been this like lonely little ghost, just a little boy, just wants to like. Do they want to be part of the party boat? Are they here? Is it the right vibes or is it bad vibes? During this entire build period, what they discovered was that while this ghost is an absolute introvert, which is why they were hiding all the time, turns out they were actually like a pole dancer back in their day, and therefore they're very into. They thought this is really cool. This is kind of interesting, and so there is a whole new form of entertainment on this boat for the party boat.
I want you to know I've been thinking of Nasturbluk from Undertale, and now have him pole dancing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love this. I love it.
So the ghost is staying. Mostly because it's far too cute for me to erase. So that's the story of the party boat.
Cool.
I will start adding decorations to it shortly.
Yeah, let's figure out what's going on with your turn first, and then.
Yeah, let's do
Well,
that.
John has an action.
Oh yes, John, take your action.
It's the project to create the amphitheater.
All right.
Yeah.
4 weeks. Because it's an outdoor space. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I'd say 4 weeks is probably good. I would say 3 or 4. Four works for me.
Well, and I feel like they're probably trying to make it extra pretty or like extra nice. Which
Well,
is
they
why I lean
want-
towards 4 weeks because it's for their god.
That and the other church may be hindering them in some capacity.
Could be.
We have an abundance of cults, I will say.
Yeah, can we put that into resources?
Is that a resource? Can cults be a resource? Oh my gosh.
There you go, I gotcha.
Perfect. Thank you. Very key, very important here.
Who's up next? Is it Parker?
I think is me. I don't know what card I have though.
Yeah, I am working on getting you one.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of adjusting the card count to help make sure this is a fleeting year, and I might have deleted too many diamonds.
Wow.
No.
Good
Yep.
times.
Summer's
So,
short.
Summer's
Summer-
been very short.
Summer deserves to be shorter, really.
I actually will fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Like me, myself, and I do not like this.
Yep. So instead, we're going right to the 5 of clubs. So let's start autumn, y'all.
Yes, my
I
favorite.
love
time.
autumn.
Same.
Everyone loves autumn.
Oh no, I'm so excited for this one. Anyways, I'm gonna read out both options, but I already know where I'm leaning. Parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community, and for what? A small gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? We gave Parker crime, so Parker's choosing crime.
I was really hoping I would pull this card, sadly.
too bad. Apparently I'm getting it. Okay, so I'm going obviously with local gang of marauders, making their way downtown, walking fast. No, I'm not gonna stop.
Parker, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Is it a skeleton crew of marauders?
Yes, it is now.
I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. We have one skeleton in the pit.
Perfect. Okay, so actually, yeah. Oh, ooh, maybe they know the skeleton in the pit actually, and that is why they've been drawn to this community. Is they are looking for someone, whether or not that was part of their gang or they were done wrong by this individual. They haven't shared. So there's a group of skeletons making their way through. I would say that there are 5 of them. What weapons do they carry? So it's interesting because at first it just looks like they have a bunch of shivs, but then you look closer and it looks like they've taken like femurs and sharpened them.
Oh my god.
And so it's bone weapons, realistically, that they have sharpened, and that is what they are carrying with them.
Oh my
I've also
goodness.
listened to a lot of Malevolent lately, and anyways, this is where I'm at now.
Sounds like they have a bone to pick with this guy.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh,
Low
I think
hanging
that's
fruit.
where
I
all
will
the
happily take
swamp.
that.
I think that's where all like the black magic card vibes are coming from. Is just the sheer amount of horror podcasts I have been listening to.
That is probably it.
that'll do it.
Although I do use black occasionally when I run with Alayla as my commander. So I love that.
We gotta play commander.
Feel free to draw. What direction is that skeleton crew coming from?
Oh, that's a great question.
And I can
Which
just leave a card over there.
direction in the map do I?
Were they following the ghost train?
They're
or the
coming through the
regular
electrical
train?
tree. Oh, they're coming through the electrical
Whoa.
trees, which is just adding even more ambiance to their entrance.
I misspelled theater, but there we go. Demon Amp Theater.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Party boat and skeletons. I'm on this.
Amazing. We
I still
also
have an action. I still
you
have
do,
these things.
but we also have a completed project, which I think who said we're harnessing the electrical trees?
Oh, that was me. Oh my goodness.
What are we getting for our electric
Funny with the
trees?
skeleton gang.
I think that we've figured out a way to is there anything that we could have used for this? I think that what's his name? I think Olvarth. I think Olvarth had something to do with it. I think he wanted some power for his parlor. So I think he's helped out devise some sort of like power lines that string from tree to tree that hook up to a generator that then string from the generator to his parlor. And so right now I think Olvarth kind of has a monopoly on all of the power coming from the forest.
I mean, to be fair, nowhere else needs it right now except for the harvester.
Yeah.
The party boat might need some. I'm adding a lot of lights to this thing.
Oh, well
It's
then,
very festive right
we
now.
may need to run something down to the party boat, but...
New project start. New project. Let's build an energy grid for the area. All right. So project done. Everything's been ticked down. Skeletons are on their way. and
Parker's
then
action.
Parker's action is next.
Oh yeah, I have to decide on a thing.
You can hold a discussion, discover something new.
I got very distracted adding lights to the party boat. So I think. Okay, I am gonna finally do this. Well, not me, but some members of the community. Again, all about the tourism. We're all really defending very different areas of this community, and it's great. Now that we've gotten the grain harvester going, we've got, I mean, clean water, yeah, is still scarce, but that's okay. We can figure this out together. We are finally going to start to build the brewery to start figuring out if we can make this happen.
Love this.
It all
We're in
comes back to the
autumn, okay?
brewery.
Otherwise, this is never happening.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So brewery.
All right. So, how many weeks do you think? And I'm gonna say 6 weeks. It's gonna take a while to get a
I think
brewery
it's
up and
6.
running.
I think it's 6 because it's also figuring out a bunch of other problems. And I 100% understand if this is a project that absolutely dies.
Where do you want to put the brewery at?
On the tourism side of the tracks. I'm thinking by the grain harvester there, just south of the goats.
I love this.
It's got to be close enough to the party boat because you probably
Hey,
are going to be their
you've
main
got-
supplier.
You've got all this stone from the tower you can use.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh,
It's
we're-
just
Sure.
bright orange.
That's fine. That's perfect. It's now called the Burnt Orange Brewery, also known as Bob.
Whoa.
Bah.
All right, that's gonna end the stream, y'all. Frost Shepherds arrived.
We just got black lines.
You're welcome.
Let me find my next club. There we go.
Oh, all right. King of Clubs.
Oh God.
A natural disaster strikes the area. What is
Oh?
it? And then I get to choose one between you focus on getting everyone to safety or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result. If I get everyone to safety, we remove an abundance and a project fails. So, all right, options. I gotta think on this one. I am glad the party boat's done.
You and me both. My God.
No one wanted that to be on the table.
Everyone
Yeah.
would have hated that.
Everyone would have hated that. I think, I think it's gonna be.
How many more Jane names can die in this game? Just asking.
I could pull up a whole list.
I was gonna say we got Janet, Jeremy, Jensen, Jason.
Oh, so many.
Jet.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on real quick while I think of what the natural disaster is. Hey chat. I'm gonna let you pick. Do we focus on
Oh.
getting the community to safety, or do we focus on protecting our supplies? Those are your two options.
Mm-hmm.
People or stuff?
1 for people, 2 for stuff.
Yeah, 1 for people, 2 for stuff.
We got community, so that's
Right.
1 vote.
One for community. 2 for community. 1 on stuff. Thank you, Zach.
Zach, knowing what the priorities are for our community, really.
All right. It seems like we're protecting the community. All right. In that case, due to the lack of our tower, it's tied right now. Parker, which one do you want? Community or stuff?
Oh goodness. I mean, I would like us to protect the stuff, but that's because I've already said how many J names can we kill in this one. So
Well, you're the
that's
deciding
the
vote, so
problem.
you're the deciding vote. So stuff it is. And Monk also would have said stuff, but figured community would be better. No, this is Dustfall, Blades in the Dark, baby.
Listen, people die. We have a pit for this.
all right,
We have a
so,
pit.
Due
We need to use the pit.
Due to the lack of our protective tower, a raging ghost field storm comes barreling through town, trying to destroy anything in its wake. Luckily, due to the structures we've built up between the electrified trees and our payments to the demon statue and even the pit and the lights on the party barge. Party barge is now powered for like a couple weeks or something. Though anyone who was caught outside during the storm no longer exists.
So unfortunately, that means we've lost Jason, Jared, Jaren,
Janet.
Janet, Jeremy,
Oh.
Jack,
Dorks.
Jill.
Both Jack
they
and
ran-
Jill.
They ran up that hill.
Oh,
They tried to make a deal with the god, but
God said no.
Would you like to buy some avocados?
and
All right.
somehow
Okay.
Matthew got thrown in the mix there.
Yeah, poor Matt.
Aw.
Mistakenly.
Oh, Matt. Hanging out with
All
the wrong
right.
crowd. That was the problem.
Gotta avoid J names. Everyone knows
So, all
You wouldn't
right,
know
cool.
that, would you, John?
that. No, of course not.
All right, we're gonna discover something new.
I love the trepidation in your voice as you say that.
I
bold.
know.
A bold choice.
Someone, out of curiosity, goes back to the tomb and discovers a book with a similar green gem to the statue.
Cool.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna draw a nice little book over here. We're not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, no. Books are nice. Everyone likes a good book.
Books are nice. Yeah,
Books are
it's a
nice.
Little book
Little
over
book.
here.
Little book with a nice green gem, you know, it's real pretty.
Don't need to pay it no mind. It's not made of flesh. No.
Yeah.
All right,
All
that was
right.
my turn.
So, I got the Queen of Autumn.
Fuck.
Autumn sucks.
Oh no!
Contrary to popular belief, the
Oh.
Quiet Year thinks autumn is terrible for everyone involved.
It's rude.
Because every
Disease-
season gets worse in this game.
Yeah. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. Nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity. I think people know to be, stay safe. I will not reduce
Yes.
project dice this week.
Yeah. Okay.
Mostly
and
because it protects the beer.
it protects the beer. Yeah. And
Priorities,
also,
Okay.
we have priorities, and also this is a fantasy game where we can give the actual logical choice of quarantining.
Yes.
Please keep
All
wearing
right.
a mask.
But where
Please keep
to?
wearing- Yeah.
Please, where to?
Where to? Anyways, going on from there, not reducing project dice, so instead we will just either discover something new, start a discussion, or start a project. I want we have the skeleton crew up there.
Yep.
Yeah, we're working on them.
In the rubble of the tower,
Okay.
there are these humanoid-like figures made of metal and scrap just laying there. And one person in the community knows these are called holes. So they just got some little guy.
We just
And
have.
this hole.
Are they empty?
Yeah, they're empty. They're just empty metal men down here.
Great.
I'm
We
using a
have
lot
a-
of grays.
We have a new resource, I think.
Yeah, you know, just got some metal guys.
And y'all be sure to, if you know anybody who'd be interested in fucking with a game of the Quiet Year, be sure to share the donation link.
And yeah, that will be my turn. So let's find what's next. John, you got the Jack of Autumn.
Give me a card. Give me a card. Okay. A project finishes early. Okay. Um,
Laugh for which one's finishing early?
the goat population, it's doing great. That project finishes early. I think
Cool.
partially because of the successful quarantining. Honestly, the project, the reason it was taking so long, we're trying a little too hard. And all the goats needed were just to be left alone, and just they had their food, they had everything they needed. Just it was more of a hands-off approach that did better. And so I guess silver lining to that disease that ran through.
I love I'm trying to copy paste the goat sound, just kind of missing stuff, but that seems par for the course.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that works.
Trust me. This is how this has been going with the skulls. I regret saying 5.
You know, I'm okay
This-
with that.
This tracks. This
Yeah.
tracks.
Good to know. Hey, we got some goats.
Cool. I believe that gives us an abundance of animals.
It does.
Woo!
Goats all around. Goats and ghosts all
You
around.
get a goat. You get a goat. Everybody gets a goat.
All right. Hey John, what do you want to do for your action?
I would like to discuss what to do about the abundance of goats that we have.
Fair.
Can we eat them? I like we've got a lot of grain, and I love that. And I love grain, and I love cereal, and I'm all for that. However, I had meat at one point in my life, and I did enjoy it. So I would like to potentially have a goat, please.
That would be Parker next for the discussion.
There is this little girl who has just come back from the electrical fields gathering the wood. But I named this one Billy, and Billy's my friend, so can we not kill Billy, please? That's
Oh.
it. That's what you get. You get
Billy.
guilt.
It's
So,
compelling.
we have been feeding people to the demonic statue. What if we feed it a goat?
Counter offer. What if we worship the goats?
You know what this town needed? A third cult. Just saying.
Yeah, we can change the resource cults to cults double exclamation point.
Yeah, I'm on it. There we go.
Oh my god. You can't just tell me we have cults, the community abundance of cults without, and then make me not think there's someone who would try to worship a goat.
100% what happens.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's just the societal pressures, you know. You're always wanting to start a new cult.
We
It's just how
we
it goes.
just gotta worship the goats, you know.
Yeah.
When all
Yeah.
you know is cults.
Hey Parker, I got you a 6 of clubs as a gift.
Okay.
Oh, that's so
Wonderful.
nice.
Time as a gift. Why do I have a feeling it is not a gift at all? And I will.
I don't know. That's a pretty. That's a fun one in my opinion.
That is a fun
Right,
one.
sorry, I've been fighting with skulls for the last while because of past life choices I made. All right, so the 6. Is that what we
6
said?
of autumn, yeah.
Do I get? Really?
get-
Really?
yeah.
We're giving me another dark mystery ball? Okay, so I will read this out for everybody else as to where this reaction is coming from. Introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community. Or conflict flares up among community members, and as a result, a project fails. Here's the thing. I think we've
Ooh.
learned that I am all about I am all about the mysteries. Goddamn, I'm also apparently all about these skulls. This one's the leader now.
There is precedent for that second one, though. for
Yeah,
sure.
there is precedent.
I know. There's tons of conflict that could happen. The thing is, I just don't know. I still have a brewery. Personally, I have a brewery in the works, and therefore I do not dare anger a cult. What are the projects that we have up, anyways? We've got the amphitheater.
Demonic and build a brewery.
Just
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't feel like angering that god right now. I can choose another time to do that. No, so dark mystery among the members of the community. What happened? Okay, so what is noticed at some juncture is that people, nay, not just people, sorry, we're going this direction. Children have started to go missing. And there aren't any bodies, which people immediately started thinking, well, obviously, I mean the pits.
They fell in the pit.
Except for
It
then
is
they set
hungry.
up people's. I know it is. They started setting up watch patrols around the pit, and nobody is tossing bodies into the pit right now. Not unless it's been, organized and sanctioned, and somebody died and shoved them in the pit.
They did their
okay,
paperwork.
so it's not the pit. They did their due diligence here. And it's just slowly yet surely, once every few, and it happens only at night. So they start wondering if a curfew would help. A curfew doesn't help. As somehow, I mean, we're all still living in very much just the same building at this point. And so the dark mystery is that children are going missing. With no trace.
So they're definitely building the lamplight caverns from Fallout 3.
Yes.
Honestly, the kids are just somewhere else starting their own cult to take over. That's probably
Yep, the lamplight from Fallout 3.
Yeah,
Boom.
There
okay,
it
cool.
is.
Perfect. So,
All right.
listen, everybody just wants to start their own cult. They just do it in
Get-
very different ways.
Give me a card, Cole.
Well, actually.
Oh,
I
action,
need to
action.
still do an action. Action.
Well, first we took down Project Dice. Hey,
yes.
Game and Amphitheater's done.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes.
Get me in there.
Yes, the next
welcome.
phase of my plan. I mean, what?
Oh, God. Speaking of so many of these skulls, I'd like to hold a discussion about what to do about the marauding gang of bone guys, the bone gang, or what to do about them.
Real quick, John, what does the amphitheater look like?
The amphitheater, it's just kind of like dug into a hillside, and it's just like kind of a dirt hill with some nice wooden benches lining it up.
Nice.
No hiccups. It's just a nice amphitheater.
Okay. And as to what to do about the marauding, since that is the question posed, we go to Brandon for the first response.
The skeleton pops out of the pit and says, there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. We'll just, I'll go back to my pit. You go back to living your ways. They'll screw off, or they'll, come after the Leviathan, maybe. That's all he got, and he runs.
What a strange and mysterious skeleton. Don't give up, skeleton. If you get that joke, thank you. I think another guy says, what if we gave them to the statue? What if we invited them out to the amphitheater, come hang out, come have a nice time, give them some beer, give them some grains, maybe a bit of goat, and then throw them at the statue. All right, John, that's you.
Sorry, I was very focused on the amphitheater. What are we discussing?
What are we doing with the skeletons? The
What are we
marauding
doing with the
skeletons.
Skeletons? I don't know. Why are we just look? There's a whole condo building that people could be living in, and there's no freaking door. Just build a door. Let them in there. And no one's using it anyway.
New tenants got it. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Perfect.
Parker, you get to end that discussion with your statement.
Listen, tourism. Do they have any talents? Let's find out. Put them on stage at the party barge.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Old Earth. All right.
Bringing in all kinds here.
Let's get you a card. Nope. I just need to make sure there's a club in here, because I'm pretty sure there's at least one more club in here.
There
I
should
hope
be.
The answer is no. We shuffle.
No.
It's fine. I gotta figure out now how to draw children disappearing. That was a
Yep.
life. Why do I make these choices?
How do you draw the absence of children?
Get that. Add that as well. How do you draw the absence of children? Well, first you do not draw them happy. Brandon, you are the 5 of spades.
The five of spades. Oh, we're in winter now.
We're
Okay.
in winter.
Winter elements destroy a food source. If this was your only food source, add a scarcity. Or winter elements leave everyone cold, tired, and miserable. Project dice are not reduced this week.
I mean, we don't have a lot of food going for us.
We know because we lost our food storage.
We still have wheat, and we got
That's used
goat.
for booze.
Priorities, come on.
I love someone like trying to
Priorities.
make bread, and someone just comes out and slaps the shit out of the dough.
Hey, you cut
No.
that out.
I think it's gonna be because we only have one house. I think everyone's cold, tired, and miserable. So Project Dice will not get reduced this week.
Oh,
Yeah, I
the
know.
brewery awaits one more turn.
I'm hoping the brewery survives.
I hope so
Listen,
too.
Same.
Which speaking of, I'm gonna start a new project, and it is a demonic ritual.
Of course it is.
Nice
Because-
casual demonic ritual.
Because we've got. Oh well, that. I see why everybody's been complaining about trying to move drawings and how that's going for them.
Mhm.
FYI, I've decided I just put the children are hiding in the bottom left corner at this point. Because I've decided that they are probably going to go
We're
start
gonna-
their own cult, so they're hiding in a small corner of everything.
We're gonna put the book in the amphitheater, and I'll get us a project for a demonic ritual.
Do you think they're speedrunning this?
That's a great question.
If you say yes, I'm willing to give it 2 weeks.
They would be following the statue's instructions. So I will say 3.
Okay.
Because I also want it to finish at the same time as the brewery.
Excellent, excellent.
All right. So, mine is kind of easy. Winter. Someone goes missing and they're alone in the winter elements. Choose one. The community organizes constant search parties and eventually the person is found. Project dice are not reduced this week. I'm not doing that. No one ever hears from them ever again.
Who is it?
The monitors finally find out where that skeleton's hiding. The skeleton's gone missing,
Oh no!
No.
What?
but
Our
they don't.
boy.
They never saw the skeleton go missing. No one knows where the skeleton went. Wait, let me grab his hat.
Get the hat too.
No, actually, wait, hold on.
The hat
Better
gets
idea.
left behind.
The hat's
The hat gets
behind.
left
That's how
behind.
we know.
It must have been forceful. He would have taken his hat. He loves that hat.
That hat's so important to him. He's had that hat for so many years. There you go. And all is right in the world. So yeah. The skeleton's gone missing and no hat. Let's see. Project Dice get reduced for the week.
Two
I am
two
scared
weeks
to-
left.
2 weeks left. I'm going to start a. We don't know the Frost Shepherd's coming yet. What would they do, not knowing what's going on?
They could work on this house that doesn't have a door.
True.
Instead, I wanted to discover something new.
Yeah, there it
Good
is.
project.
There's a horse walking over the creeping death. It does not look okay, but it is alive and moving.
That's impressive.
Interesting.
And it does not look like a normal horse in whatsoever.
There's some sort of vaccine that we can make using this horse's DNA.
It's gonna make us all invincible, apparently.
what's my color palette here? I'm bad at drawings. It's fine. Let's just make you bigger. And then you know what? We'll just make a happy little circle here for a face.
Happy little circle.
Happy little circle for a face. And
What is
looks-
that? That's not.
I told you the horse looked bad.
Okay, it looks better with the head. Now that you've added the head, it looks better.
This is in fiction. It does not look right. And yeah, we're close. Okay, 10 of spades. Thank God. All right, John, this is yours.
Okay. In preparation for the coming year, the community begins a huge undertaking. Start a project that will take at least 5 weeks to complete. That's been like all of the projects that I've started have been 5+ weeks.
It's a project building a door.
But it's a door that's gonna take 5
Well-
weeks to build.
Well, also, none of the building has doors. That was the
Yeah.
thing. So is it 5 weeks to put all the doors in the building?
all doors.
Putting doors all throughout it because they just built a bunch of walls.
Yeah. Or you could start something else.
I mean, I love the idea of not having to draw very much. Um,
I don't
So
know.
valid.
Great.
would that take 5 weeks though? Is the thing.
Are they also installing windows?
Whoa. No, they would have built windows for the ghosts.
Are they making
Oh.
glass doors that are stained glass in the shape of goat statues and the hole?
I think the town is starting. What
You
would this
could build
look
all the
like?
families their own houses. That'd be 5 weeks.
We do have a housing shortage in this town. There's
Yeah.
we definitely need more housing one way or another.
And
I
we've
think
spent
maybe
3
it's just-
seasons doing nothing but that. This project will never complete!
Oh no! I think it's an all-around housing expansion that includes adding doors to the condo building, but as well as building like some
It's actually build a
cottages.
city.
Yeah, it's just housing development time,
Okay.
and it's
Okay,
never
yeah.
gonna happen apparently.
Probably not.
I'm gonna hate the addition I added to this. Hold on. Let me hit the shift enter button here
And
and
solves the housing crisis.
Housing expansion. We built the city on goats and hull.
Not
Um,
wrong. Not wrong.
The gang solves the housing crisis.
oh god.
I'm going to start a project,
Yep.
and this project is from members of the community that are severely worried about the creeping death, that also are big fans of the pit. They would like to use the pit to take care of the creeping death, and thus are going
Oh.
to try and build a trench between the two features of the town to see if the pit will overcome the creeping death.
I don't know how I feel about this emotionally as the person who brought in both that pit and the creeping
I
death.
think that's you're just digging holes. I think that's a like 2 weeks max kind of
That's
thing.
like our
I
that's our
mean-
specialty. Like really, it's
Just
1 week.
Yeah, no, just put 1 week. It's a 1 week clock.
Rad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll take
Lord.
suggestions as to how that turns out.
I have so many. Yeah.
Ah,
Because what if it backfires and the creeping death just takes over the pit?
Oh,
Oh word.
Or they build the trench so that the pit, the ooze from the pit just surrounds what's currently creeping death, and then
See, it
What
really
hap-
depends on how you attack those problems.
And that poor horse is just trapped in the middle of the creeping death. Anyway, 7 of spades. Hey Parker, this one's yours.
I keep getting the sevens and stuff, the sixes and sevens. Okay, what is winter like?
lucky.
What is winter like in this area? How do community members react to the weather? It is a balmy. No, it's not. I debated that. With how this entire place has gone. So it gets cold. It gets cold. It gets cold enough that the murky swamp puddles, realistically, that probably pepper the entire landscape. They do start to freeze over, but it's that thin ice where now you have to start watching everywhere you walk. With that, if you walk on something that may be stable, you could be fine, or you could fall through into swamp water.
Oof.
Speed trip to the pit.
Speed trip? Speed run that pit life.
So that's really what it is. Community members are, what you find that they're doing more so is starting to create they've been harvesting obviously a lot of the like wood from the electric forest and like electric trees, and basically creating like gangplanks across a network of this town. Am I signing up to draw a lot of planks that are kind of roads now? Apparently, yes. I don't think about what I have to draw before I speak, clearly. It just comes out of my mouth. And so it's fine. But that's how they've reacted to this weather. So it's cold. The cold isn't the problem. It's more so the like fake forming ice over these puddles that they don't know how to get across. Speed trip to the pit. Yes. So I'm gonna draw a couple of these additional pits with the planks over them, and that's gonna. I'm not drawing the whole map like that. That's a lot.
All right. Yeah, no, I get that. I have good news for everyone. The trench to death project has completed. So, John, tell us how that goes. The demonic ritual completes.
Whoa!
Everything completes this week,
Except the project that will never be completed.
Well, yeah, we've accepted that emotionally.
We built the city on goats and whole.
I mean, it's at 4 weeks now.
Yeah, it has a chance. I think there's 4 cards left.
So it happened. It certainly happened. The trench did.
Yeah.
And the pit.
You could roll a die. There's always the option to roll a die.
On a 4 to 5, it works out, but there's a complication. On a 6, it's perfect. On a 1 through 3,
I think that here's what happens. Let me get the purple. What color purple is that? I think I found it. Okay. It goes, the pit extends through the trench, and I'll copy some of those dots later. And then what also happens is when it meets up with the creeping death starts to creep as well. And so now there is a warring trench between the creeping death
and the
pit. And it seems it ebbs and flows. There are days where the pit starts to take an edge and it creeps a little further towards the creeping death, and then there are certain days where the creeping death has the edge and it starts to creep the other way. But it seems like it's just an eternal struggle that will forever be. And with permission, I think we probably realized that this was the case partway through the trench digging process, and I think we're just gonna build a nice little bridge over the top of it from where you can appreciate the no man's land that is the trench.
Amazing. I love we have just basically made the French border.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which there's some bets going on about the trench.
Oh, 100%. That is definitely happening.
Who will ultimately overtake the other?
Shit, I forgot that we had 2 more projects to go
Yeah,
through.
there's 2 more projects.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, we got demonic rituals and brewery. Who wants to go first?
I mean, the brewery is pretty simple. Well, we can
Yeah.
end on the cult. So the God, and I just finished building my little things. Anyways, so the brewery gets built. It's taken some time, but the town rejoices. There's obviously a celebration. We can come together to at least drink beer, and life is good. The party boat is it's hopping even more so. The parlor is enjoying this because now they can lure people in using beer. Otherwise, they've honestly just been like slowly yet surely building their own cults, I think, over at the parlor house. They just haven't branched out to expose themselves yet. They've clearly been bored. So, because the party boat, I think, stole most of their business. And so, no, the brewery's great. It's use the pieces of the broken tower, so it's now the Burnt Orange Brewery. I'm going with Bob as its name, and I cannot be told otherwise.
There you go.
Perfect.
Time to draw.
Time to draw. Brandon, I think you had the demonic ritual. How'd that
I
go?
did. So the demonic ritual completes, and the what remained of the cult of the statue sacrificed not a lot, couple members, couple goats. The main thing was the chanting, and now the statue is still there. But there is now a new creature, as the demon that inhabited the statue has been freed.
Oh no.
And is going to take residence wrapped around the condo.
Amazing.
Oh, I love
So I will
this.
attempt to draw a 3D image on a 2D surface.
I
Believe in you.
believe in you.
And this is why the housing expansion will never be complete.
Yeah. And so with that, as the ritual completes and we have a new resident joining the city and then taking up residence at the condo and taking over the condo, the new brewery booming in business, the Golden Deer not really taking off, and
Fine.
Olvarth being more of an asshole and a landlord than anything else.
Really is.
The Frost Shepherds have now arrived.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go and pull that card out. Hey, we have the Frost Shepherds. Look at them. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the Frost Shepherds are at this point, because like in my original thinking was like, oh yeah, no, the Frost Shepherds are probably the Akarosi Empire. They have their own thing, or maybe it's a group of bounty hunters, and I don't fucking know. Once we get some drawings done, I love him. That's a friend and a pal.
That is a friend.
Oh, look at him. It's great.
He's just a buddy.
It's
This
friend shaped and it's fiend shaped.
Yeah.
this guy's
I'm not gonna
this
lie,
guy's
the children cult was almost gonna come out if it happened. If it worked out, the children cult
That
was
guy's
gonna come out to
dead.
try to stop you.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, he is. He's very dead.
He didn't worship him, therefore he dies. And this hand just randomly grabs things from the train.
And that's how they keep
Love
getting
it.
new shipments and supply. Yeah. Let me go ahead and read the part about the Frost Shepherds really quick. So, ending the game. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I could have read about this. Where is the end? Here, the shepherds arrive. During play, it's best to leave the Frost Shepherds an elusive mystery, perhaps hinting at what they might be, but never answering directly. The game ends abruptly when the King of Spades is drawn. The card is read aloud, and the game immediately concludes. Once the game is over, it's fine to talk about what the Frost Shepherds might have been, what their arrival might have meant for the community, or any of the other situations that were faced throughout the year. With the game over, the limits placed on communication and discussion are suddenly lifted. I know we didn't really hard limit our communication during this game, because I think it's more fun this way.
I mean,
yeah.
we followed the rules pretty closely. Like, we didn't talk during other people's turns. We didn't give suggestions unless somebody was really struggling.
Yeah. I think we did okay in terms of the rules.
Yeah.
Ed.
But yeah, what do y'all think the Frost Shepherds are? Because I'm kind of stumped at this point. Like, look at the map.
I think it's pestilence or death, like one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Could easily
think
be.
And I think actually the creeping death was probably the first sign of it coming.
Yeah.
Of them coming. So like either pestilence or death, whichever you want to go with. Death probably obviously because we called it the creeping death, but it could easily go either way. Or like famine even in its own way because it was killing and absorbing the life out of things.
Whoa.
So I think the creeping death was the sign of it coming, and yeah.
Or the creeping death was a test for them coming. And as soon as the creeping death was met with any sort of force that it couldn't take
Conflict.
over, they knew that they had to come
Had to
in full
step in.
force.
They had to step in to fight against the pit.
We're doing the one shot.
Wait, what?
Are
Someone
we really?
donate-
Wait.
Someone donated $55. We're doing the one
Oh
shot.
my god!
I love this. I love this for
Alright,
us.
let me-
Thank
whoever did
you.
Thank you so much.
That's incredible.
Thank you, Anonymous. Donate. Charity's haunted. Sorry.
Charity's on
There
it.
is haunted. All right, so we're setting that up.
Oh, that's so fun.
I like
That's
this
amazing,
being the
Elsa.
frost like the coming of the frost shepherds. I especially like
Yeah.
the little weird horse being like a scout. Turns out.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we might do that during the season 1 break. Actually, that'd be a good time
That'd
to
be
do
fun.
that.
Good
That'd
with
be a
that.
very good time. But yeah, God. Oh God. Yeah, so that is the quiet year. I know we kind of ended a little bit early.
I mean, we
I
can
was-
sit and chat about
We can talk
This.
Yeah. Because
the aftermath thereof.
yeah, I did have some secret clock ideas. I just didn't know how to implement them. I was just kind of throwing darts at a board.
Yeah, can we talk about those? Like,
Yeah.
I want to know what these were.
Straight up. So from the killing pits, I really wanted to. I was hoping for an
Various
opportunity.
killing pits.
Yeah. I really wanted an opportunity that our skeleton friend here was actually digging out a kingdom, and the skeleton queen would arrive and come out of that pit. That was one of the
Whoa.
ideas. What were some of the other ones I threw out there? Skeleton queen. I really wanted to mess with the hole more because there's a old setting thing I used to do where we had like constructs that were very much sentient, had their own conclave, and that hole was going to be like one of the people from that conclave, so they were going to arrive and take over the tower, but then I destroyed it, so who cares? I really wanted to mess with Ghost Leviathan, carving a path through the town, just like completely fucking up every project.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. I have Skeleton Queen on here twice. Why do I do that? Or, oh, I know why.
Really excited
The
about
Skeleton's Queen arrived, and then the Skeleton Queen arrives.
Oh, two separate. Oh.
Oh my god.
I got confused in my own handwriting there. Yeah. This was
What
all
do,
of your.
what do we call this, by the way? Did we decide on an actual name?
No,
for
we
this?
didn't decide. Chat, if you have any ideas for what to call this town, we are taking suggestions. Right now,
Yeah.
we have the Irritable Lands, which is more. I think that's just the area this is, not necessarily the town.
I know. I know.
I was trying to be funny, so I said Smile River, or Bonesville, just to be super on the nose about it.
Yeah.
Goatberg.
Goatberg.
Goldberg's pretty good.
It could be like the station number, but like they scratched off some of the letters and the numbers, so it's like,
Yeah.
something
What
like that. I
letters-
can't think
what,
of that.
What numbers look like letters? What?
The
Yeah,
problem is
it-
the only thing coming to my mind is
80085.
thank you. That came to my brain, but then also 808, which is just Bob, but we have that as the brewery, so
Bobville, Bobtown,
Bobtown.
we should call it
Bobberg,
808.
Bob Port.
808.
Bobbert. God.
Party City.
And the show gets shut down immediately. Wait, is Party City still a thing? Is that still a company?
I yeah, I think they're still around. Paradise
Paradise
Bones.
Bones.
That's a good one.
I like Paradise Bones.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. What a fantastic town we have made.
Cole,
This is
thank
beautiful.
you for introducing us to this game.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, it was-
thank
Oh
you
my
so
God.
much.
Was this all your first time playing The Quiet Year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I had
Um,
heard of it, but I had never played it.
Yeah. Again, The Quiet Year is like one of my go-to games. Please check it out. And if you like games like this, check out. I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic by Karo Assertion? That's another great one.
Mhm.
There are ones we get to play as gods called Our Pantheon, and that
Yep.
one gets weird. There's like a whole
Okay.
bunch. The other option I was debating on was picking The Ground Itself by Everest Pipkin, where you could roll dice to see how many days, weeks, months, or years have passed. And
Whoa.
sometimes you have a whole bunch of events that happen all within a few days. And
Mm.
sometimes that means you find different gods. It's great.
That one's very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Zach, we need to play Microscope.
Microscope is also a good one.
I love Microscope. It is like one of my go-to world building games.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this was The Quiet Year. Thank you everyone who donated. Thank you everyone
Yeah,
who
thank you for the donations.
yeah. Thank you all for joining and let me like pitch a silly idea and then running with it.
Oh my goodness, this was so good.
It was so fun.
So good.
was
I
awesome.
will be for our Patreon and Ko-fi members. I will be pulling the map to share, in all its glory,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll figure out when we can do the goat heist. That'll be
Goat.
interesting. That'll be so interesting.
Ghost Heist.
Make it Fast and Furious flavored.
Yeah.
Well, that and also, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna like take all the elements here. So like, no matter where we were actually at in The Quiet Year when the goat heist happened, I'm just gonna take our final map and be like, this is where you live. Deal with it.
Which means we're passing by the condo that has been taken over by the demon lord.
Oh my god.
Like, there's no way we're not passing that.
Also, so if we, fun fact, if we had made it one more project further, so the demon lord shows up, and then he mutates all the goats. That was the next step. Was all of the goats become demonic?
See, I was getting
Oh,
real close to starting a
so
project
good.
for the children to create their own cults to go against your cult. I was going to start a cult war. Was really where this was gonna go.
I was that was percolating in my head too. Is
Yeah.
some way to like actually bring the cults together?
oh,
in
Cult
some
of the
sort
Pit's
major
dead.
conflict.
Cult
Cult
of
of
the
the
Pit
Pit-
is unfortunately, yeah.
Cult of the Pit's definitely dead. I think they got a little too into it and were just sort of
Chucking
frequently
themselves.
sacrificing
The creeping
themselves.
death didn't help either, so
No, certainly not.
They were trying to give the pit more power.
yeah. And it backfired. Anyways. Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
All hail our new cult leader. The cult leader is dead. All hail the new cult.
Also, Anonymous, thank you for the $15
thank you.
donation.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
Thank
we-
you, whoever you are. You wonderful soul.
Oh my goodness. That is
Thank you all so
150.
much.
That is $115 for Heart Inclusive Arts Community,
That's awesome.
which is fantastic. Huge shout out to Rue, who couldn't join us today
Yeah.
due to not feeling well, but had helped us pick out the charity and helped, along with everybody in this chat, organize this event. Because also, y'all, it's the last day of Disability Pride Month, so
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
go shout out your favorite creator in that space, or like talk about your own experience, whatever you feel like doing to celebrate today. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna post this map and tag Rue and Jamie and be like, "What do you
Okay.
think happened?"
Good.
Break it
And
down.
well-
Where do you think it started?
Yeah,
What do you think happened here?
I'm
The
gonna
whole
take a.
time, my
I'm
ghost
gonna.
party barge is the best thing I've ever drawn in my life, and I'm
It
really
looks
good.
so good.
I'm so proud of it.
It's so.
I also love this little ghost side community that we have that never moved into the condo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just accepted their life in the tomb.
yeah.
The tomb's comfier. It's cozier.
It's
Yeah.
fair.
It has a door.
Yeah. We made a door.
It does have a door.
That
Um,
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
So outros, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
I
do
guess
outros.
outros happen.
Let's do outros. Let's go ahead. Let's start off with John.
Yes, let's. My name is John Downey. I'm from the Outlaws Network. We are the Outlaws Network is a podcast network. We've got a lot of great shows. If you follow me on Twitter at Real John Downey, you'll find all the links you need in my bio to check out all of our shows. We've got something for everybody. So check out that link. And make sure to follow the Outlaws Network on Twitch as well, because we go live multiple times a week. We've got a pretty decent schedule over there. We've got our TTRPG actual play show called Outlaws and Old Ones that we do. It's a fully improvised show where not even the keeper plans anything, and anything you say in chat during that show can and will be used against us, the players. So check that out. And then we're also doing a really weird challenge run of Pokemon White 2 right now.
Yep.
That's me and our keeper Jorge from Outlaws and Old Ones are sort of tag teaming that run, and it's super, super fun and very, very challenging and super weird. So yeah, make sure to give us a follow. And thank you so much to Cole for putting this together. Thanks so much to Brandon for jumping in last minute when Rue needed to take care of themselves. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for introducing this game. It's awesome.
Yeah. Parker, who are you? Where are you from? What did you do?
God, I
Ghost.
don't know. I am now a ghost.
But you're on a
Ghost
party boat,
field.
That's all that matters.
I am the ghost that is on that party boat. It's not entirely inaccurate. I'm getting back to pole classes. Anyways, so hi, I'm Parker. This has been Shenanigans. You can normally find me both on Twitch and Twitter at the Pixie Parker. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays where I play dating sims primarily, which is what is inspiring me to eventually figure out this whole crime dating sim possibly meets Stardew Valley. We'll debate that as we go, because I am really in love with this idea. But anyways, I've got a bunch of fun, exciting streams coming up in August, one of which will be another baking stream, which we're going to look at doing mid-month, as well as on a panel with Women in Games on Friday, August, 12th? Yeah, 12th. That entire weekend's a busy one, because I think the 12th is going to be that panel. The Saturday's probably going to be the baking stream, and then Sunday's the finale for this show.
Yep.
So it's going to be wonderful and good times. But yes, that's the majority of what I'm doing right now that I can talk about that I'm doing, and that is me. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. That's okay.
All right.
Cool.
But thank you for this. This is so much fun. I love this so much.
And Brandon, what about you? Where
No,
can we
Cole,
find
you
What do we
first.
get?
It's my channel. Cole, you first.
But I am facilitating, damn it.
Not anymore. We finished playing.
Damn it. I can't use that card. Hi, I am Cole, aka Ice Cold Brew. You can find me on stream and Twitter and Instagram over at Ice Cold Brew. I'm also in a tabletop talk show with my friend Marley called Inside the Table. Check us out on YouTube. We actually just released our Rune actual play on there very recently, and this previous episode we got to talk a lot about Rune and some other games, and look forward to more content from us. We are a bi-weekly podcast, so it's our off week this week. I had something else. Along with that, Tuesday, check me out on Denari's Half Dozen, where I believe that is where we will be continuing
It should be the penultimate, but we'll figure that out since I messed up last time.
Yeah, play to find out what the penultimate is. But yeah, check me out on there playing Alwyn, who I am now turning heel. I've done a nice little heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And it's
very
playing
excited.
Blades of the Dark in Swords
Yeah.
of the Serpentine.
It's great. And yeah, also check out MLE Sports GG. I am actually producing their show I'm content manager for the show Open Net over there. So if you like Rocket League, come check us out. I like making people really confused at the skill level of people, because I sent them a clip and they thought it was a terrible player. Turns out he's one of the highest ranking players in the league. It's great. And go Demolition. That's my team I manage. So Brandon, your turn.
All right, hi, I'm Brandon, aka Ashworks. I am co-founder, community manager, and head producer for all things Huntsman's Hydra, but also I'm a freelance tabletop RPG designer. I keep myself busy. You can find me here behind the scenes for all of our shows right now. So Fire in the Dark every other Sunday, Janari's Half Dozen, 3 Tuesdays out of the week. Wednesday Night Magic, which is slowly moving to bi-weekly, as over on my channel, I'm doing a Nuzlocke with Jamie, who's the GM for Fire in the Dark. Trying to make that a little more consistent. And then also I am the GM for our Alchemy-sponsored Lost Druid D&D 5e campaign, which you can catch on Mondays, which I believe not tomorrow, but the next Monday will be our next episode. Along with that, over on my channel, we'll see about streaming more. I'm getting a new schedule put together, but that might also be here, so stay tuned. Main thing to do is go follow me and Huntsman's Hydra over on Twitter, and then check out my website, ashenworks.com, for some cool stuff, or my itch page for hot tubs and himbos, which
Oh yeah.
that's all you need to know, is it's called Hot Tubs and Himbos. Otherwise, we have some new stuff happening. It is the last day to do the casting call for Shifting Worlds, our Vaesen tabletop RPG actual play. If you want to check it out, join our Discord or head on over to Twitter. I'll be retweeting it here in a bit. But otherwise, thank you all so much for helping us raise money for this wonderful charity. And join us back here in 2 weeks for the season finale of Fire in the Dark. After that, we will be having some bonus content, including the goat heist, hopefully. Now that goal has been reached, we'll have some bonus content over on Patreon and Ko-fi for you to enjoy. Interviews with all the cast members, including Jamie, and some other series and fun events that Cole and I have been brewing up on the background. So, it's gonna be a good time, y'all.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm very excited.
With all that being said, we're going to actually go over and raid another member of Huntsman's Hydra. It's Aki, who's been doing a subathon all weekend. So we're just going to go check them out. They're playing some Destiny 2. So it'll be a good time. With that, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.